What's going on, everybody? It's Mir here, and I just got done editing the episode, and it's 3 a.m. right now, but that's besides the point. I just wanted to state a few things before you hop into this episode. One being the audio from this microphone did not pick up in the episode, but at least fortunately, the audio had picked up Josh's end, which also picked up my end somehow, some way. But it's not going to be the best. It's not going to be the prettiest, but I still made it work. So it's going to be a little choppy. And also, while you're tuning into this, if you're watching it or just listening to it in audio, you can follow the timestamps if you ever have to pause or take a break, because this is one long freaking episode. So have a great day, have a great afternoon, have a great evening, and be safe and enjoy.
What is good, y'all? It's your boy Josh. For those that know me, I don't need no introduction. I'm here with my boy Amir, bro. Oh my God, we about to get it cracking. You already know we're here with the podcast. We about to spit some real shit, raw. We gonna have a little bit for everybody. So you already know how we coming. You already know what the fuck to expect, bro. Nothing else to say.
Nothing else to say, he said. It's great having you on here, bro. Like, it's been a long time coming. I know I took a little break. I didn't have the mental capacity at the time. I was doing great at the time. I was doing episodes just about every week. I mean, people still ask me to this day about episodes. They don't even know we're recording right now. But let's talk about you, bro. Try to introduce yourself. Let us know what you've been up to, man, as far as the military and what it's taught you, and compared to then and now from last time we talked, because we was in two different spaces, we was in two different mindsets, but where we at now, we glowing different. You feel me?
Hell yeah, I feel that. Damn, how I've been coming, bro. So the military, it's taught me a lot of shit, honestly. I feel like the main thing that it's like teaching me now is definitely how to be like self-sufficient on my own. Ever since like moving away from home, I've always had my family and I've always had my friends. Like they've just surrounded me, and so I've always had that support group. So this is the first time in my life ever where I really am like by myself, and I got to learn how to like hold my own as an adult and really go through life by myself. It's also teaching me like time management, bro. My time management is fucking crazy now. Like so much better than back in high school. Like I really be like planning shit. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do this at this time, this at this time, and this at this time. I have to be punctual. Like I have to, otherwise, I get bitched at by my sergeants. Like it's just required. As long as with a whole lot of professionalism,
right?
I think that's probably the most that's changed about me, especially when it's come to like my outwardness and like how I go about things socially.
Right.
Like obviously I still like to cut up and I still like to have fun, but at the same time I also understand that like because I'm a diplomat for the Air Force, I can't be going to stores doing stupid shit, acting a damn fool.
Yeah,
that would reflect bad on everybody. Like I can't be back on my like middle school type shit, bro.
Exactly. You know how we got down once we got it cracking in high school. Even though I knew who you were in middle school, heading to high school, I was like, God damn, this funny motherfucker right here. He's on what I'm on. He's on that type of bullshit, on that stupid shit. Not that crazy, reckless, wild shit, but we get into some stupid shit that get our asses whooped. You know what I'm saying? But I'm kind of glad you're in the space that you're at right now, and you know what you're working towards, and you're trying to establish yourself, man. But that's kind of the same thing that I went through at that time. I thought, man, I thought I knew it all, man. I thought I knew everything. But stepping out into that real world for that first year, or that first year and a half, all the way up to the second year, I believe, that we've been out of high school, I don't want to say humbled me, but it really showed me what I thought I knew, because I ain't know shit, bro. I ain't know shit. I'm going to tell you that right now. Right. I took care of my responsibilities. I took care of the things I needed to take care of, but I would always let the little things get to me that little boy shit would do. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me trying to be as transparent as possible, but to let you know you wasn't alone, bro. But
hell yeah.
At the same time, there were certain experiences, and especially not even that long ago, that fucking goddamn made me who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? But I had to develop certain things. I had to let go of certain loose ends and to get to where I'm at right now. And so far, it's been going well. But I can't really complain. But you know how that goes, bro. But I want to get into you, man. I want to get into to I'm gonna go back and forth with the now, but we kind of need some context of what made Josh, who's Josh, what influenced Josh, why does he eat this way, why does he move this way now versus how he used to move then, and you know the situation that really taught you certain things, or looking at other situations and learning from that. I want to go back to before I met you, to when you had first saw me, and all the way up to now. In between all that, any mess that you can think of, any good shit, bad shit, I don't care, man. All these experiences is what made us. You know what I'm saying? Especially as black men. We could talk about the black experience all day, because you know how we used to get down at lunch with the ass whoopings, man. Them ass whooping stories, man. God dang, we had everybody fucking laughing their asses off and shit.
Yeah.
But we were speaking real shit though.
The whole lunch table will be rolling off the damn ass whooping stories. Oh man, but where to start? I feel like no better place to start than the beginning, right?
Yeah.
So obviously, I was born August 12th, 2002. My mom held it down for me and my brother. Shout out to my mom, love her to death. You know, growing up with a single mom, it was definitely hard on her, and I didn't make it easy because I was a badass little kid. I was always getting into shit. I was always doing something to just stress her out. However, I wouldn't say I was like a horrible kid. I just stressed my mom out like horribly. My mom did teach me like right from wrong though. She always taught me like how to be a good person, how to go about life, how to be kind, how to be caring, how to be understanding, like all of the necessary like moral character development that you would need growing into like a young man. That's always what she taught me. I find the next thing that she kind of struck really heavily on was because of her being a single mom, like the relationships and like how to treat a woman was really big on her priority list for me. And so I knew like off the bat, like coming into like kindergarten, like how I should be talking to women, how I should be doing this. Not saying like I'm not no player. She didn't teach me how to be a player, how to like smooth talk nobody.
Right.
But she always taught me like how to be respectful, you know, how to understand boundaries, you know, how to make somebody feel special.
Yep.
That and the such. And then my brother, with all these like kind of things and obviously still like good character building, my brother saw it as like kind of me getting soft, right?
Right.
So my brother was like, all right, like you know how to hold the soft shit down.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna teach you how to be a man.
Exactly. Like, that's what me and my brother had to go through too, man. We would butt heads and, you know, fight like it was nothing. Like, and then the next day we'd be eating a bowl of cereal like nothing just happened and shit. But all my brother was doing, he was preparing me for the hard shit. But like that was nothing compared to what the real world was going. Sorry to cut you off, but I understand you when you say that when it comes to the moms or the mom figure in your life, because that's a very important person or influence to have in your life, is that black woman in your life, black or brown woman in your life, whether it be your mom, your grandma. For me and my brother in our situation, it was our grandparents. So you know that tough love was real old school. So there was no playing with that. You know firsthand them stories that I've told you. But sorry to cut you off on that, but I had to say that because a lot of boys, I feel like, can relate on that when it comes to that mom figure, especially that black woman in their lives, because it's very, very important, just as important as having the dad in your life. But sorry to cut you off, but I'm going to let you continue on that one.
No, you go, man. You go, man. Kind of piggybacking off of what you said, I'll go on my brother thing later, but I also think, that's super important to have like a strong black woman in your life, especially for me being my mom. It taught me the importance of like being independent and what a strong woman looks like.
Right.
And definitely not being afraid of a strong woman.
Right.
All these things that my mom didn't like set me down and talk to me about. But as I got older and as I watched, like I picked up on it.
Yeah.
Because obviously my mom is the strongest woman I know. Right. Like no woman in the world will ever be able to replace, what my mom gave to me. So definitely being able to understand like how strong how driven she was, and how like having that person for me, that figure that helped me through life. I think that's super important, like super important for everybody to have. But yeah, like I said, with my brother, you know, he saw me on like some soft shit. So he was like, all right, like it's time to toughen up. Now I got to teach you how to be a man. And while these days, like you say some shit like that, you likely to get canceled. But I mean, back then, that's just how it was.
Yeah, back then, just how it was. You better be like, hey, man, quit that gay shit, man. Quit that gay shit. You know what I'm saying? You better quit that gay shit, bro. But you say that now, you know, they gon', we know how that go. We gonna get into that as we get further and shit. But yeah, man, that's just how it was in most black households, bro. Most people don't understand the nature of a black household and what it holds and how important it is to make us black boys into the black men within America and within our decision making and our influence and how to stay out the way and knowing when you need to just say no to that friend, because there's times where it's just like you want to be the cool motherfucker, but being the cool motherfucker ain't so cool. You know what I'm saying? And I know that firsthand, bro. Like it's not. I'm not saying nobody is any better than nobody, but I'm saying is for me personally, growing up, especially with grandparents, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a little different. The nature is different. The love is definitely the same. Especially when you talk about your mom and the other conversations we had. That love is real tough. You learn quick. You learn quick. You might not fully understand the full concept, but you will learn quick about not touching that damn hot stove. Because that hot stove is that damn hot stove, boy.
Bro. Facts.
That's the perfect example for every black little boy and black girl. You don't want to touch that damn hot stove. You touch that damn hot stove, they're going to tell your ass one time, but you touch it and be like, I told your funky ass, now go ahead and sit down.
Exactly.
You know, but yeah, back to my brother. My brother, man, shit. I got too many fucking stories about me and him getting into it and me and him not agreeing and me and him just like there's times like, bro. Fuck, bro. But we'll get to that. We'll definitely get to that. But man, I'm glad you understand how important your mom is and you love your mom and you're crediting your mom for shaping you to the man you are today and the man that you wanting to become for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that I had to realize quickly, and that was a running theme in my life. Is I always wanted to prove other people wrong. I always wanted to prove this, prove you, because there was times where I was just like, I'm not receiving what I think I'm receiving, but I don't know how to articulate it because of the love that I was shown, and that's difficult sometimes. And I get that, especially for us young black boys. You know what I'm saying? We just had to rub dirt on it. We had to not cry. We had to just our masculinity was always tested. You know what I'm saying? In every moment, no matter what we say, no matter what we do, whether it was in sports, whether it was in this, whether it was in that, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Our masculinity was always tested. Our blackness was always tested. And it still is to this day. But growing up, you don't know no better. So you just do as you do because you a whole kid, you know what I'm saying? But along the way, for most black kids, we grow up like that. You know, it's real tough love. So it's not like a open arm type of thing where I could just be like, this is how I feel, and I hope you understand. It's more so I'm gonna shut the fuck up, go in my room, and not say shit, because if I say shit, then you know how that goes and what that leads into. But whoo. But yeah, I'm glad you know and understand how important it is to credit your mom, because I can see it. I can see it in you, Josh, and how she shaped you, man. But
my mom played a huge part. You know, and it goes like from like everybody. That's why I like to credit like everybody like close to my life.
Yeah.
Like I give them credit. Like that goes to like even y'all at the high school.
Yeah.
Like y'all really like helped me realize, all right, like who's people I'm just cool with and like who are just lifelong friends.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? Because like me and you, we cannot talk for months on end.
Right.
But the moment we do something like this, nothing has changed.
Nothing has changed. We ain't even skipped the beat, bro. It's like we just saw each other at lunch yesterday or some shit.
Exactly,
we just catching up real quick. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. That's that love right there, man. And that's what's always attracted me towards you and towards the people around you. Because if I'm gonna have you around me, even though I might not fuck with the people around you, at least I know that love is being practiced the same way as being practiced with me. I know I'm not receiving a whole different person. I'm receiving the same Josh. I'm receiving, you know what I'm saying, no matter where we at. But yeah, man, that doesn't even have to be explained. That's self-explanatory within itself. Well, we're gonna definitely get back to that, man. But explain to me, man, like being a kid, what's some of your favorite cereal? What's some of your favorite shows? What's some of your favorite cartoons? As we're still talking about you being a young bull, a young buck. You know, think about the ages between 3 and between 9, 10, 13, heading to that. Think about those type of shows and those type of shows that influenced you and those type of shows that made you just really believe, like, damn, like this motherfucker, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
hell
what's that one show? What's that one anime where it's just like, I love this shit and I don't never want to like ever leave this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's some of your cereals, man?
So definitely, oh man, I tell you all my favorite shit. Like off the bat, my favorite like cereals, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, like 1000%. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Like I would wake up in the morning, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. You know, get up for our afternoon snack, Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Before I'm about to go to bed, you know, I'm a little hungry, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Yep.
I was chomping on that shit heavily. And then I'd say definitely my favorite TV shows growing up,
or cartoons,
before it was anime or like cartoons. Yeah. So before it was like anime and all of this, it was shit like Power Rangers, like shit like Samurai Jack.
Woo!
Yeah, and even though I definitely should not have been watching it that young, bro, Boondocks.
Bro, Adult Swim in general made me, bro.
Adult Swim,
Boomerang, and Cartoon Network. I wasn't much of a Disney kid or a Disney XD kid. The only time I would really watch some Disney shit is if I went to my cousin's house, because he's half black, half white. You know, not to say his name or anything, but he's half black, half white. So whenever I go over there, you know, we watching Disney and all that shit. But when you come over here, we watching some cartoons, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We watching Billy and Mandy, or we watching some damn regular show. We watching some goddamn Tom and Jerry or some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what I grew up on. I got a little bit of the oldness, the modernness, and then the in-between presentness of cartoons especially. But as far as my cereals, bro, I'd probably say it was Fruity Pebbles. Definitely Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Cinnamon Toast Crunch don't taste the same though to me, because it used to be I could pour like 2-3 bowls of Cinnamon Toast Crunch and it'd be like nothing to me. But now to me, it's a little different, because it used to be very sugar based, and you know that thick sugar at the bottom of the bowl.
The bottom of the milk.
Yeah, that's the important part of that Cinnamon Toast Crunch, is that part right there, because it'll flavorize to all the milk. Because wait, before I continue,
how do you make your cereal?
What you mean, like
do
cereal
you pour
first,
the
then
milk first, or do you pour the cereal first?
I poured it. So whenever I get a fresh bowl, cereal first, then milk. If I still got some residual milk after the first bowl, then I'll pour more cereal in. But I never start off with milk then cereal. That's a sin.
I'm gonna honestly say this: all them years, yes, I poured cereal first, but one day I was just like, man, let me see what they talking about with this milk first. Let me see what they talking about. So you know how like you pour water in a glass, in a tall glass, and then you pour the ice in it, and it rises. So I was like, let me put the milk in first. So I poured the milk in first. I was like, oh, it smells like straight milk. You know what I'm saying? Like just milk sitting there. I don't like milk itself. Anyways, I don't even drink milk by itself. I have to have cereal with it. But I poured the milk first, then I poured the cereal, and I was like, okay, I'm seeing why they're pouring it, because of the ratio. You don't have to do those extra steps of pouring a little bit more milk when you pour the cereal first. But instead, if you pour the milk first, Then you can see the ratio of the milk and then the cereal and then the volume of that depending on your bowl. I see why people do it, but I had to try it for myself. You live once, so I had to try it for myself. Okay, I had to be honest on that one. But
I never thought about it like that. Keep it honest with you.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that.
You know what's one cereal I miss though? I miss Trix. I miss
Trix was fire.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I don't know what the hell happened to Trix.
Even
but
Dry.
it's like, yeah, it's just
Even
something
Dry.
changed about it, bro. Like, I just can't get into it no more.
Yeah, I can't get into cereal like I used to. Like, I don't remember the last time I was craving cereal, but I had to ask you about that cereal because cereal was part of our childhood. Now, what was your no, I don't even know. I don't even know what the fuck I was finna ask.
I think it was like something along the lines of like favorite childhood, like cereals, cartoons, anime.
Yeah,
like
your
that.
cartoons. Like go into those cartoons, man. For me, my cartoons was definitely some Boomerang, some Nick Jr.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the Nick Jr. with the yellow moose and that bluebird. You remember that
Hell
Nick
yeah.
Jr.? Yeah,
Yes, sir.
most kids
Yes,
don't even
sir.
remember that Nick Jr. But I remember those
That
days.
Nick Jr. was going
And I
crazy.
just remember just being exploited. That was the great part of growing up with my grandparents, on my grandparents, which is my dad's side of the family, is that the exploitation to it all. It was just like I just absorbed it all the information. I picked up on this lingo. I picked up on that nature of how you would make decision making skills, or I picked up on these type of shows because I just got a mixture of it all. And then growing up with the cousins and then being able to play outside and ride bikes and scrape my knees and shit and go in the woods. Like, I remember those days, bro. I can
Hell
talk
yeah,
about,
bro.
like, that's how much
Those were the days
fucking
too.
love my damn child. I just love my child. I cherish it, man. But you said
Go
what?
get busted up, bro. Like, just fucking shit up. You be outside playing. Just literally like mangle your shit. You be cuts everywhere,
Yep.
bro. Like your face fucked up. You
But
got
you don't give a fuck.
splash mark down your arm, but you still be happy as hell. You walked in the door. Mom.
Yep, you just had a whole fucking adventure. Like, I remember having Nerf wars in the goddamn street and shit. Everybody had their Nerf
Hell
guns.
yeah.
Everybody
Yes,
had their
sir.
bike. It was always that one kid with the trampoline. You go play wrestling on. I can get into that too, man. Like, we used to have the whole ladder set up and everything. Like, we used to jump off the ladder and jump into the trampoline, that type of shit. We used to be like fucking like 20 fucking deep, bro. That's how deep this neighborhood used to be, man. But I've seen it through all the years, bro. But
hell yeah, bro.
Man,
I'm
fuck.
telling you, bro, that shit was crazy. I really do miss it. I think the sad part is like we can never relive those moments where we really had nothing to worry about.
Right.
That's the saddest part to me, because like that, I really did take for granted just how like carefree life was back then.
Very.
Like now we got all these like responsibilities, bro. We got bills and shit to pay.
Yeah.
We got, work to go to. We still got, in between that, bro, we're still trying to fit in like self-growth. We're still trying to fit in like our pleasures because we're still young, bro. And we still want to have fun. So we got to fit having fun, growing as people, but still like rooting ourselves enough to where we're like holding down our own on top of, having a job, having to do this, having to do that. We got to take care of people now.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, I can definitely go into that, man, because like I said, through that time alone, like when we was graduating, on the verge of graduating, or even before we was graduating, just senior year alone was just like, what the fuck is this? Like,
yeah, bro.
Just I like the arts was just carrying for our school through my years. Like, I ain't gonna bash the football team because I've already said all I need to say in them emails and everything.
Hell yeah. Yo, you was going crazy on them emails, bro.
Yo, you gotta tell them, Josh.
Like, oh,
you gotta tell them, Josh. You gotta tell them about them emails.
That was literally crazy, bro. Like, I still remember them bringing us down into, what was it, like the auditorium or the classroom? Which one was it, bro?
I don't fucking know, bro. But we wasn't that deep of a senior class, so it could be either one.
Yeah, I think then it was probably the auditorium. Yeah, it was the auditorium.
It was the auditorium.
And then they just read the entire email, bro. And you was going off. You was talking about how the teachers was some bullshit, how they wasn't treating us right, how the coaches was on some bullshit. They wasn't like, they was mistreating the athletes, bro. Wasn't putting us in the wasn't putting us in the gym so we could get bigger, like having us do bullshit plays, literally purposefully taking some people out the game, even though they knew we would win if they put them in.
Exactly.
Like, you were going off, bro. That shit was crazy.
Nigga,
I was like, yo.
In one email, I was the coach, the teacher, the influencer.
Yes, bro.
I was all of it in one email, bro. I had to say what I had to say, and they left me alone for a while. We're gonna get into what the fuck they got into, but yeah, bro. When I said all that, bro, I was like, somebody gotta fucking say shit, because I was fucking fed up, bro. How am I gonna have an amazing sophomore year, an amazing junior year? We going to damn senior year, half of our favorite teachers gone. The whole game plan has changed. We're doing these full type of classes for the whole year. Everything was just everywhere. The money wasn't even going to the right programs, in my opinion. It was just like, what the fuck? Y'all forgot who fucking built up this goddamn money. Y'all forgot who made Graham on the fucking map. You know what I'm saying? But that's besides the point. I'm not gonna shit on them, but we were horrible as a football team. I can honestly say that.
We was trash, bro. That's why I had to get the fuck up out of there.
Nigga, I left freshman year. Yo, I am so glad I got injured, bro. That was one of the best things to happen out of high school. To me getting hurt.
Bro, that shit, I'm not gonna cap to you. That was scary, bro. Like,
oh my God.
Like seeing that on I know you had to be going through it, because when I tell you, like, I damn near had a fucking heart attack. I heard you screaming like across the field. I fucking darted over there, and like, even though I couldn't do shit, like I do it still, trying to be like yo, like, somebody fucking help. Like, that's my boy.
Yeah. And I was starting on defense, man. I was doing good. I was in shape. We had a great fucking summer as 8th graders headed to freshman year.
Oh my fucking God. I love the story, bro. Go ahead, tell the story.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. This has been a long time coming, this story. I wish we had other people here to tell their point of views, but we're gonna tell both our point of views, and we're just gonna go whatever, you know. So basically, guys, what our high school used to do was they used to hold these little strength and conditioning camps to get us prepared for the season, to kind of see where these kids are and see who's going to be on varsity, obviously, and who's going to be on JV, where we could develop them and get them right. Because the coaching and everything, it was on fucking par. It was on fucking point. We had everything. We had the system fucking locked down. Yes, sir. Before I go into it, one of the craziest things about our class compared to the 3 classes ahead of us, them niggas was big as shit. Them niggas had full beards. Hell, bro. And we were just baby face motherfuckers throughout all 4 years.
Oh my God, bro. Yo.
I was like, what is our fucking
Tavon Reed? Tavon? You remember Tavon, bro?
Tavon, bro. That dude, my brother, all the motherfuckers, bro. They done made their mark at that high school, bro. But back to that. But yeah, our high school, they would hold these type of things. So you would show up optionally, but it'd be best for you to show up to get right with the coaches and shit. Because, you know, we didn't know what was ahead of us. Let's just say that, to kind of give you context before we head into the story. We didn't necessarily know what was ahead of us. But I remember going to those practices. I remember chilling. I remember like, damn, this is the high school experience. Like, we get to see what this fucking school is like before we even attend this motherfucker. We still basically 8th graders in the summer before freshman year. And we would just go to our practices, go to our camps. But we had this one week where we was going to go to this camp at our school with another school coming to our school to practice and just get some training in with us for 1 week, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
For 1 week. But this story only lasts a day, guys. This story only lasts a day. And we're going to get into
oh my God.
So we did all this training, all this preparation. You know, I'm in shape as a little motherfucker. I'm still a little motherfucker, but I'm in shape. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready. I'm ready to knock some heads, boy. I'm like, damn, I'm actually bonding with these niggas. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But
yes, sir.
So, you know, we have our camp. You know, we practice hard. We having fun. They eating us. They feeding us. They making sure we straight. We meeting new motherfuckers, but. To give y'all context, these motherfuckers, they was white, we was black. But that'll be important later on as why that plays a part into this story. But yeah, so we go through the whole training camp. We go through the night, man. We do all those events. We lifting weights. We going crazy. We hyping each other up. But now it's time to wind down into the gym and slumber. When we supposed to shut the fuck up, lay down, and prepare for the next morning. But we did the complete fucking opposite, guys. We did the complete fucking opposite. So, I don't know who idea it was. I don't know. But I feel like we all was thinking the same thing as far as we need to find out what this school looks like. We only been in one section, near the field, near the soccer field, near this locker room, and near this gym, but we ain't really been around the school. So I'm not gonna say the names. I'm just gonna say people, peers, acquaintances, teammates, whatever. I'm gonna just say teammates. So me and a couple teammates, we had an idea of like, you know, hey man, let's sneak out when the coaches is sleeping. let's sneak out when the coaches is sleeping and shit, because you know the coaches was sleeping on the other side of the gym or in the hallway section, while all the football players from both schools was in the gym. So everybody had their air mattresses. Everybody brought their TVs to play. You had one section playing 2K. You had one section cutting up. You just had one section that's just like, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to get some fucking sleep before I beat your fucking little asses. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
them type of big niggas. So you really ain't want to fuck with them big niggas. But me and a couple teammates was like, we just gonna not go too far. We just gonna go check it out, see what this is about. So I don't know if you went with me the first time, but I remember me and a couple others, we had went, and you know, we didn't go too far. We're just like, okay. We got a little scared. So we kind of hopped back. We snuck back into the gym, you know, because we had to go through that outside door. There's no way we could just walk in that hall. We had to go through that outside door. So going through the outside door, you know, we see outside and we like, yeah, we can't see shit. We don't know what we're doing. So we definitely need more people. Come to find out, on our way back, we fucking see the other school teammates. They sneaking around the school too. And we're like, hey, what's up? Y'all sneaking around too? You know what I'm saying? All around the school and shit. They're like, hell yeah. It was like, so you wanna do this together? It was like, yeah. So like we come back, we gather some more people, and I think that's around the time. I don't know if you went with me the first time. I really don't know. It's kind of blurry for me, but we had fucking goddamn did that. Then that's when we really started exploring the school. We were just going
that's when we started going crazy with it, bro.
Like, and then we took off our shirts to like, hey, bro, this door locked. So like, let's take off our shirt and put it in between the door and the fucking crack in between to keep it from locking on us, because we didn't know if this goddamn door is gonna lock on us. But yeah, we chilling with these white boys, and these white boys are chilling with us. We having a good ass time. We going through the goddamn school and shit. So we going through the school. We wrapped our shirts around our heads to kind of give y'all context of painting a picture of what was really like, what it kind of looked like around the school, or what it looked like for us as little ass niggas walking around the school knowing we ain't got no business walking around the damn school. So we walking around the school, we like opening doors and shit, and we get to this one, we get to the auditorium, but we didn't know it was the fucking auditorium at the time. And you know, it'd be pitch black in that motherfucker.
But yeah, that auditorium is mad dark.
Goddamn. So you walk through the damn auditorium, it's nothing but all you hear is echo and blackness. So we get so scared, we start scaring each other, we start running through it, and motherfuckers, you know that one ladder that somebody started climbing up? I don't know who climbed it up, and you know the piano be sitting over there.
Hell yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And something had fell inside the auditorium, caused a big bang, and everybody fucking scattered. Everybody fucking ran.
Got out of there, bro.
Jumped off like, and you know the ladder is at least 10, 15 feet fucking high. So whoever jumped, their ankles was fucked that.
Oh yeah, snap. That shit was gone
for that day. I don't know. I just couldn't see shit. So we all ran back. It was like, we're not going back no more. We're not going back no more. But then at that point, it was a little bit too late.
We was already in too deep.
more and more little motherfuckers just like, we want to sneak out too. But it was like, hey, y'all be safe out there. Y'all know y'all ain't supposed to be out there now. You know, the older niggas.
Our heads was talking to us. I was like, hey, bro, y'all don't need to be doing all of that. But y'all be safe, though.
Yeah, y'all be safe, though. Basically, that's what they were saying. So we decided to go out there again, explore the school. And we find the library. And we have some teammates that They was on the right path by playing football and staying out the way, but they had other intentions.
Oh, hell yeah. I know exactly who you talking about, too.
They had other intentions. One brought a gift, as you can say, that could hurt you, but not kill you. It can hurt you, but not kill you. And another motherfucker just had other intentions on grabbing and taking shit that's not theirs. That's school property.
Yep.
So we get to this library, and at this point, there's probably 2-3 groups. I don't fucking know. I just know who's with me, and I know who's not with me. As long as we can get back to our damn mattresses and fucking blankets in time before the coaches wake up. So we get to the library, and they was just building this new library, as you can tell, and as you can tell by the construction and tools left behind. So one ignorant motherfucker just decides to do his own thing. He decides to grab a fucking box cutter, one of those expensive, nice box cutters, you know, that can sit nice in your pocket and shit. He grabs that. We're like, nigga, put that back. Nigga, put that shit back. Like, what the fuck is you doing? So obviously he had different intentions at the time. Like I said, he had different intentions. He was
that
on
boy
some
came
other
there
shit.
to hit a lick.
He came to hit a lick, but he was not done there. And don't forget the other motherfucker that has the gift on him that can destroy certain things but not harm you. It can hurt you but not harm you. The one with the intentions of taking shit and stealing shit, he had different curiosities in exploring. He wanted to open the door, the glass door from the library that you open. And little did we know, we gonna get into that too, and that's a very important part as to why that door should not have been open.
Yep.
So he opens the door and we're like, motherfucker, get back in here. He keeps walking out. And this leads to outside of the road. So we're on the way other side of the school, but we don't know that. We don't know that. All we know is we trying to get this motherfucker to get back on the school property in the school. So we have no choice but to follow his ass outside of the school. So I don't know whose idea it was. So the motherfucker with the gift, we're on the side of the school, and we're like, all right, we're just gonna prop this door open because we don't know if it'll lock. We don't know. We're gonna leave this door propped open because the stupid motherfucker right here wanted to explore, and the other motherfucker has a gift on him that can cause damage to some things. So we get out there, and I don't know who idea it was to tell you, Josh, specifically to ding dong ditch.
Yeah, this nigga off that house that was right next to the school.
Yeah, go. You can explain that part.
Hell yeah! So somebody comes up to me. They're like, "Hey yo, Josh, you see that house over there? I want you to nigga knock it."
And mind you, the house is literally on the school's property. Like, who builds a house right there? And I'm gonna let you say it.
Literally right there on school property, like dead ass, like a 5-second walk from like the front door of the school to the house. Like it is not far at all. So they're like, "Hey yo, Josh, go nigga knock that house." And I look at him for a second. I'm like, and then it took some slight convincing, but afterwards I was like,
peer pressure, the art of peer pressure right here.
Oh yeah, peer pressure got my ass.
Remember,
so
we
bad,
were still little motherfuckers trying to be cool, but we didn't have to do that shit to be cool. Remind you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, true. Yeah, we're steady like, hey, you can still be a chill dude, get your name around, still be known as like, hey, you cool, without having to do no stupid shit.
But we was on some stupid shit. We was on some other shit.
We was on some stupid shit. Yeah, so we was just trying to keep the energy up. Like we was trying to keep the energy.
We was really trying to keep the energy up from the moment where that's how fast it happened. From the moment that the stupid motherfucker decided to go outside of school property, that's when somebody suggested, hey, somebody should go ding dong ditch that house. So Josh decides to go ding dong ditch this house.
I ding dong ditch the house. I knock up. I walk up, and as loud as fucking possible, bro. I'm like. For like dead ass like 7 seconds straight. Like I'm not stopping, bro. Like it's just a constant like boom, 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 boom. Everybody else fucking like dip. They're gone, bro. By the time I turn around, I don't see anybody. Like Everybody else is just cleared out.
Yeah, bro.
And then I'm like, oh shit. I see a light cut on. I'm like, oh shit. I fucking get gone, bro. I'm out of there. And because I was like, I had some speed on me back then.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm about to use that motherfucker, bro. Like, I'm gone.
Yeah, we all trained for that.
There,
so
bro.
that running part was nothing to us, bro. That
nothing,
boom,
bro.
boom, boom, boom for 7 seconds straight. Then the fucking front porch light on. Before you know it, by the time you looked around, we was fucking gone, Josh. I'm sorry. We fucking ran. We fucking ran, nigga. But so that happened. So then let's get into the motherfucker with the gift in his hand.
The motherfucker with the gift. Goddamn.
So after that, there's houses across the street too. Not just on the property of the school, but across the street. And, you know, you would think you wouldn't, after doing something like that, you would think, oh, we're not going to mess with these houses no more. We were already loud enough outside. Nah. He decides to use this gift to, I don't know if the window broke. I don't know if the window did or didn't. All I heard was glass, and we hauled ass. Motherfucker.
We got the fuck up out of there, bro.
Used his gift to break glass or whatever. And all I know is that's when we officially started to run back towards the goddamn school. It was like, yep, that's a wrap. We're wrapping it up. It's a wrap. Now, we probably skipped a lot of details. Again, for context, we had to go all the way back and explain all of that and as to why we were skipping out. But yeah, we decided to all run back. And we deep. We fucking deep running back.
Yeah, we in there deep.
At that point, it was about an hour or two of exploring and shit. But at that point, I was just like, I'm fucking done. Y'all got this. So it was you. One motherfucker, I could probably say the initial C, D, J, another D, all decide we're going to all go again. Something in my gut just said, Amir,
I don't want you to fucking go. Something's going to happen, and you shouldn't fucking go. And that's what I was like.
You know, I don't think I'm cool anymore, guys. I'm just going to stay right here in my fucking blanket and try to fucking sleep because it's 4 o'clock. We got to be up
in like 2 hours. It was probably like 2, 3 o'clock. And you can explain your side, your point of view first as when y'all decided to go down that specific hallway.
Oh, man. So we get back from our last little expedition and we all kind of, you know, we got the adrenaline up. We a little bit, you know, we some junkies right now. We like, damn, like, yo, that was kind of crazy that y'all was doing that. Like, hey, bro, let's just one last time. Like, one last time. Let's just get it one last time, right?
Mind you, so we all look around. This is still the first night of training with another school.
Still the first night of that 1 week of training with another school. That's the crazy part. So we look at each other. We converse for a little bit. We're like, hey, bro, you down? Hey, bro, you down? So J, C, and D, they're like, hell yeah, we down. Like, let's go back and get it.
And I was like, good
luck. And so at that point, I'm like, fuck it. If y'all down, I'm down too. Like, let's go do our thing. So we round up, you know, some of the kids from the other school. We like, hey, y'all trying to hit it with us? And they like, fuck it. They on the same energy we on, bro. We all just trying to chase that, you know, that little adrenaline high.
Right.
So there's this hallway from the gym lobby hallway in between like where the fine arts building is. There's this hallway that connects the two.
Right.
So by this time, like the coaches are knocked the fuck out and they in someplace different.
Yeah.
Like, so we like, all right, cool. We can walk through here and it'd be fine. It'd be straight. So we walk through there, start going up the hallway. As we're making our way up the hallway, we see a flashlight. And we're like, oh shit. Then after that flashlight, we see the barrel of a fucking AR-15. And we're like, oh,
hold on. Let me stop you right there. Because when you say we, I'm starting to think you say you. Because I saw 2 motherfuckers running back. saying, go to sleep, act like you fucking sleep. And then the older niggas is like, yep, we fucking knew it. That's when I'm like, hey, go to fucking sleep, They're like, go to sleep. And I'm like, what do you mean go to sleep? All I see is, you know how police flashlights are and expensive they are. Them lights is beaming down the hallway. All I see is fucking Last of Us fucking flashlights down the hall.
Yes, sir.
Now, sorry to cut you off. Go back to that part at the barrel of a what?
AR-15. That man had a full ass assault rifle aimed down the hallway, bro. I saw that. I literally, my first instinct, bro, was turn around and dip. Like, get the fuck out of there now. Go. Like, don't even hesitate, bro. The moment I turn around, bro, D and C, I literally see the back of their shoes as they're running, bro. I've never seen them niggas move so fast in my life.
You thought they moved fast as that house that you knocked at? Hell no.
Nah, bro. They got up out of there, bro. I literally saw them niggas disappear, bro. Like, shit. And then after I see their shoes, it clicks on me, like, what's really in their hand. Like, because at first I saw it, and in my head, I was only like, okay, it's just people. Let me leave. Like, I need to go because I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be, so I'm going to just run away. But then once I turned around, it finally clicked.
Right.
What it actually they had in their hand. So it was two cops. It was one with that AR, and then another one with just like a Glock, like a little handgun.
Both
and so in my head, I was like, yeah. Like, ready to fuck me up. And you know how notorious, like, Graham cops are for being racist.
Yeah.
So all that was going through my head. And I noticed, I was like, damn, all they gonna see is this black dude running away from this group of white dudes.
Right.
Like, they gonna blast me, bro.
They
like,
yeah. First
I'm about to die. Like, if I run, I'm going to die. Like there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like, so I freeze up. I'm like, oh shit. And I'm literally just stuck there because I'm praying to God, like, yo, like, don't shoot. Like, please let me get back to my mama. Don't shoot. And thankfully, like, they didn't shoot. So I'm hella thankful for that because they didn't shoot. And I got to see my mom. She was pissed as hell.
Hold up.
She was mad as fuck.
We ain't getting there yet. We know they was pissed, but they ain't pissed yet. We still deep in the fucking night. About 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 2 hours before we supposed to be getting up the train again. Guys, when I tell you,
hell yeah,
when the coaches had to fucking wake up from their fucking slumber, and the older niggas is looking at us younger niggas, there was older niggas that participated too. But when the older niggas was looking at us like, y'all done fucked up. And and if y'all don't speak, we gonna speak for you. So, so they was like, we gonna handle this in the fucking morning or some shit. Like, and if you know you fucked up, go ahead and pack your shit now for the morning because we got phone calls to fucking make. Basically, that's basically what they said. And me being me, I'm like, shit, they ain't gonna get me. Because you gotta remember, throughout all that training, they was getting on D's ass the whole time. He was fucking it up. He messing with the older players. And this is the moment where you knew if the older players fucked with you or if they didn't. Because when we woke up that morning, they was like, we gonna let y'all train. We gonna let y'all get y'all breakfast. Because not the breakfast, the pre-breakfast, which was the Pop-Tarts. Not the breakfast that I'm about to say, but that breakfast where we got a little warm-up of, training and shit. But guys, I didn't sleep that night. I don't know if you slept that night, Josh, but I didn't sleep that night.
Oh, I had a nightmare that night.
Yeah, I had a fucking nightmare.
Bro, I was literally in my bed, like, scared as shit. I was like, oh, my mama gonna beat my ass.
I was like,
oh, my mama gonna beat my ass.
So while that was going on, the whole barrel and shit, when D and fucking C had came back, and I'm assuming J had maybe one, I don't know. It wasn't that many of y'all, but I was coming back. Everybody was like, calm the fuck down, don't say shit. I like you sleep. And we are fucking depending on the other team or the white boys to be like, not say shit. So it was like, we gonna handle y'all in the morning. Morning comes. Every older dude in there is on D's ass. D,
Oh, yeah.
if you listen to this, you know who you are. Everyone's on your fucking neck. You did it to your
Everybody's on
fucking
your
self. You did it to
Yeah,
your fucking self. They ratted your ass out. They wanted you out that motherfucker. I don't know why. I forgot why, but you fucking did it to yourself. You was the first one to get out that motherfucker. They were just like, we making phone calls this morning, getting rid of who
Hell yeah.
actually did it, because later on we gonna get y'all. So, you know, I thought we had everybody fooled. I thought, okay, they got the people they needed. They was on D's ass. They got rid of his ass that morning.
Yeah.
That fucking morning. You know, they let it out, and then, you know, I'm conversing with the people that I snuck out with. I'm like, everybody good, everybody. They letting us train and shit right now, you know what I'm saying? Little do we know. After that warm-up session from 6 o'clock, heading to 8, 9 o'clock,
It was like, all right, breakfast, we're going to give y'all Chick-fil-A and shit, but first, we got some questions.
Yeah,
bro,
niggas knew all along, bro. They knew all along.
I knew my fucking story. I was like, bro, why would they ask for us to go in that room? But before we get into that room, you gotta remember, one by one, there was people getting sent home before a certain amount of us had to go in that room. There was older dudes was like, nah, you know you did it. Nah, you know you did it. And that they ain't say my name. They ain't say your name. Thank God they ain't say neither of our names. But the older dudes was like, nah, he snuck out. He snuck out. He snuck out. And I was like,
Hell yeah.
I'm so
They was
fucking
taking people
glad.
off too.
I'm so fucking glad I ain't talk shit. I'm
Hell
so
yeah.
fucking glad I played my fucking role. But after that workout and everything, it was like, you're gonna get your breakfast, but first, we're gonna need y'all boys, us specifically, me, you, J, D, and a couple handful of others.
Yeah.
They brought us in that room. We didn't know at the time what type of scare tactic they was doing, but I wasn't fucking falling for it. I feel like we would have never had to get sent home if Jay didn't say a specific thing. So they set us fucking down. And you know how that long office fucking table is? How it used to be set up all long and shit. And you know, them coaches, they was not playing, boy.
Oh no, they were serious.
Yeah, they were serious as shit. They hit us with the,
oh, we saw you guys on the fucking, we're going to pick it up on the cameras. You might as well just tell us now if you fucked up.
And all I'm thinking in my head is, the only way you would ask us specific black boys in this room right now is if those white boys spoke. Because they fucking definitely spoke, nigga, because they definitely got to stay and finish their fucking training camp that whole week. We gonna get to that part because it gets worse after that. So we sit at that fucking table. They keep asking, like, just tell us y'all went out there. Y'all be straight, because we gonna see it on the cameras either way. I'm not falling for it. Then all of a sudden, the motherfucker with the gift in his damn hand that broke the window, and the other motherfucker that decided to open up the library door. Oh, by the way, that library door was a silent alarm. So either way, that's why we were fucked. That's why the cops had showed up. That's why they had thought someone was breaking into school. Which you would think, oh, they're holding some type of training thing. Like, you think they would inform somebody would know, but they obviously didn't. But yeah, back to them interrogating us like we was not budging. And then Jay just all of a sudden just says,
yeah, I take full responsibility of, you know, I didn't happen to yada yada influence
and all this. I'm like, you motherfucker.
Fucking,
motherfucker. We was this close.
I was like,
they wasn't on our ass. They sent home the people they thought they needed to send home. But still, we didn't know at the time the white boys had spoke. We didn't know all that. We just thought, oh shit, they got us on the cameras. No, that was a whole fucking scare tactic. So after that, they was like, well, we're gonna send you boys home and we're gonna make y'all call y'all moms and shit. And
oh my god, this is where it gets worse. Oh my fucking god, bro.
This is where it gets fucking worse, y'all. I have to make a fucking phone call. Mind you, my grandma don't play that shit. Ass whoopings leading up into freshman year. All I'm thinking about how I'm gonna fucking be dead. How my ass is gonna be grass. Josh, tell them about the transition from the conference room, walking there in the middle of the phone call, to me packing up. like how quick all of that was, and how scared you was for me.
We get done with the conference. They're like, hey, y'all know y'all got a phone call to make. Go make your phone call. Get your parents here. They're picking you up. So we're all kind of staring at each other. We're like, fuck, bro. We're looking at Jay. We're pissed as hell at this dude because of him, like, he basically just ratted us out.
Yeah, he basically did.
So we're like,
under the bus,
fuck
motherfucker.
you, bro. Like, we was all looking at him like, bro, fuck you. Like, no cap, fuck you. Like,
it's all cool love, people, but it's still, it was like, fuck you in that moment. It was like, you
yeah, like in that moment, bro, it was nothing but straight fuck you. So we get back, we're making our calls.
Right.
Even my mom, I try to sugarcoat the shit. I don't know why I did this. Like, I don't know why the fuck I said this, bro. I explained to my mom the whole situation, entire thing, nitty gritty, every fucking detail. And at the very end, I go, but hey, at least I didn't catch a charge. So,
yeah, basically, bro. Like, my grandma. Oh, my bad.
She was mad as hell, bro. Like, my mom was like, you know how, like, your parents get that tone with you, where, like, they're fucking emotionless as hell. Yeah. And, like, you know your ass is a fucking rap for your ass. Like, that's the tone my mom took. And I knew, I was like, oh, it's about to happen, bro. Like,
you're dead. You made the phone call before me, mind you. We ain't even made it to my phone call yet in my face.
That's oh my God. Yeah, his was so much worse, bro. Like, I was genuinely scared.
Because it wasn't even my grandma. Stories of ass whoopings that I would talk about. It was like murder, bro. I thought I was gonna fucking die. So I make my phone
thought
call.
I had it bad. It wasn't even my grandma. And I thought my ass was grass. How ass she busted through that fucking door, bro. Oh my God. You go ahead and tell your part, bro. This shit was crazy.
You guys, kind of to give you context, like, when I tell you old school, I mean fucking old school. And when I mean I was scared shitless, I thought I was like, it was over. This was the last fucking stupidest thing I would do. And if I lived from this ass whooping, I wasn't going to do no stupid shit ever again. But
obviously I did other stupid shit.
But I made the phone call. She was very nonchalant at first. She was just like, almost like, so I was like, yeah, I'm fucked. So we're walking back, and I'm like, all we keep talking about is like, yo, Josh, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead. Like, my ass is grass. I can feel the ass whooping right now. I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home.
We were scared, bro.
All we keep talking about how our ass is going to get whooped while packing our bags. Bro, I kid you not 5 minutes after the phone call, I'm packing my bags. And mind you, we're facing the other way. We're on the other side of where you would walk in normally in the gym, in the small gym, actually.
Mm-hmm.
And then, goddamn, all you hear is, I don't even really know. It blacked out for me after that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to pick it up.
All you hear is my name.
I remember.
I turn around
vividly.
Slowly. Mind you, guys, you can't see me turn around because this is a video recording. But imagine, I turn around slowly, and I'm like, I don't say shit. My heart just drops in my fucking ass. Josh looks at me like, oh my God.
I thought this nigga was dead, bro. I thought this nigga was a dead man walking. I was like, oh shit, he's gone, bro.
Fuck, what do I do? Okay, I'm just gonna finish packing. I'm just gonna walk. And there's like, good luck, bruh. Good luck, bruh. Good luck, bruh. And I'm like, good luck to y'all too. I'm like, how did she fucking get here so fucking fast? How did she fucking get here? You know, like in anime, like, oh my God. You know, that type of shit was just going through my fucking head. Like,
yo,
I'm trying to play out every fucking scenario, but nothing's working, man. All I'm thinking about is, I'm fucking dead. I'm fucking dead.
I'm fucking dead, yeah.
Sorry for the little break and cut, but yeah, so we get through the whole bullshit of that night and us making the phone calls and me packing my bags and how fast my grandma showed up, and I look around one last time and my boy is like, this is it, guys.
Yeah, I thought it was a wrap, bro. I was like,
I get in the fucking truck. She drove the truck. She didn't even bother to drive her car. She drove the fucking truck. I get in the truck. All I feel is this deep, like, energy of like disappointment. Like it's I've done any and every stupid thing up to this point heading to high school. It's like nothing could amount to this. So she was just like, I'm not gonna tear your ass up, but I'm gonna let you know. You fucked up. You really fucked up. And guess what? I fucking called it. I knew it. I knew I was gonna get a phone call. Something told me I was gonna get a fucking phone call about some stupid shit that you was gonna do. But that's the nicest way of me saying it. Because if I really said it how my grandma said it, y'all be like, God damn. This boy really. Nah, guys. Trust me. Trust me. That's the nicest way of me translating of what she actually said. But when I tell you that car ride home, I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit. I didn't say shit.
I tell you, that car ride home, the moment I got home, I was doing dishes. I was cleaning my room.
You was doing shit that you normally get asked for, and you just doing it.
Yeah.
Just to make sure there's no surprise ass whooping. You know, I'm playing my cards right that whole week.
Oh my God. I was like, I ain't say shit the whole ride there. She was literally telling me, like, she was like, you know, you fucked up, right? I would just look at her, nod, put my head back down. She was like, why would you do some shit like that? And I would just look at her, hit her with that.
You know, the shrug, I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. You don't have no answer for that type of stupid shit.
I really didn't. Oh shit, okay, now I think my pizza's here. Let's fucking go.
Pizza is here, guys.
Let's fucking go.
Speaking of which, I want you guys to think about the stupidest shit that you've done. Not something that changed your life, that affected others in a major way, but think about how, like, you just did something that really just let you know, like, yeah, something's got to change. You're about to head into high school, dog. Like, you need to cut that stupid shit. But
yeah, don't do no stupid shit in high school, please.
Yeah, that was one of those moments where it was like, I don't I don't want that type of fear in me ever again.
Ever again?
You know,
I had the fear of every god of every religion in my ass, bro.
Every religion was spiraling. Like, am I with the right one before I die? Because I'm about to.
Yeah, because it's about to be a wrap for me. So let me choose the right one.
Needless to say, Josh was with God that day.
Yeah, boy, when I tell you I was devout Christian, my ass was praying. I was giving my life to God.
Josh was a devoted Christian that morning, that night, whenever. That whole fucking week of cleaning up, doing shit that you don't want to be asked for, he was devoted to his Christian God.
Absolutely, bro. That shit was crazy.
But yeah, guys, that's the story. Josh didn't get an ass whooping. I didn't get an ass whooping. But we learned our lesson, I guess you could say. I don't know what the lesson was in that. But I guess the best thing is, like, you're going to do that one last stupid thing before you head in high school, before real consequences hit you. Mm-hmm. And that was one of those stupidest things. I don't even think we finished training that week or anything. I don't think I don't remember nothing. I just remember that one night, because what we originally planned to do, we was going to fucking do it again and do it again and do it again every night. Because we would have never got fucking caught if old dude didn't open up the fucking library door to outside to set up the silent alarm. That's the only conclusion I can think of. Because every other door is a normal ass door without any wiring on it. But if you look at that one little silver door that leads to outside, it obviously has the lining on it and the wiring. You know there's a fucking alarm on that shit.
Absolutely.
No, you're not supposed to go through that door, but yeah. Damn, I've been waiting to tell that story for a minute, but I'm glad that I got to tell it with you, Josh, because that was fucking... You know how many times we told that story in under 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but the fact that we got time to tell the whole thing now, like...
Tell that, like, flesh it out, bro.
And remember going to school and telling motherfuckers about this and hoping they believed us?
Yes, sir.
Like, I'm like, y'all gotta believe me. Like, this, it was an experience, bro. It was an experience, and I fucking loved it and enjoyed it.
To this day, people still don't believe we went through that. To this day.
They don't. You had to have been there. And if you
You
wasn't
really would
there,
have.
it didn't happen. But if you was there, it fucking happened.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Because if you were there, bro, you got the fucking fear of God put in you
Yeah.
once your mama showed up.
Yeah. But yeah, after that, I was like, man, fuck this shit, man. Fuck. It was just like on top of this, on top of this, on top of it. And then, you know, by that time, by our second, third game in JV, I was already injured. And then that's when I led deeper into the arts. I was already developing into the arts and being attracted to it. But I was just like, whoa, this is.
Oh yeah, we definitely got to talk about that next, man. How like the arts influenced us there in school.
Yeah, man. Let me ask you. I didn't write this down in the note, but that's a good way to lead into the next thing, I guess. Fucking what the arts in general, like the arts and meeting other people and the influences all 4 years, developing and the concerts you will hold and being from this chair to first chair. I remember all those accomplishments. I remember all those memories. Like, talk to me about that from beginning to fucking. If we want to talk about senior year, but talk to me about little old Josh doing stupid shit still, playing football, but also in the arts as far as band and the instrument you played, and the friends you made.
Hell yeah! So being in football, football was my first passion. Right. In middle school, I absolutely fell in love with football. Swore up and down that's what I wanted to do in my life. And then as I got into high school, that's when I really started to take the art seriously. I really started to get, more connected with Ryan Infacente, Joseph when he was still there.
Oh yeah, Joseph.
Yeah, you remember Joseph. And that's when really like I started to grow my love for music. And I still love football, and still do to this day. Like if I could slap on pads and relive those moments, I absolutely would.
No hesitation.
But absolutely no hesitation. But like every time I would pick up my saxophone and start playing in that ensemble, it's like it's a different kind of feeling. Because even though the band, it was shit, I'm not gonna lie to you. Our band was ass. It was fucking horrible. There would be moments where we would have such a beautiful moment and like you would get the goosebumps. And I just started to fall in love with music every single time I would have that moment. And we swore up and down every other fine art hated us. Like we were so convinced that like all the other fine art fucking hated us, bro. Cause y'all went on that DC trip, bro.
DC
and guess
/ New York.
Guess who didn't go though? Not a single fucking band
Not
kid.
a single fucking band student, guys. We're talking about the arts. Music is just as important. The instruments is just as important as the voice. It's just as important as the dance company. It's just as important as theater or ensemble. Band did not fucking get to go. And I told you about that whole New York trip. And I was like, Josh, you fucking missed out. Like, why didn't they let y'all go and shit and all this? And it's like, every time we asked, we wouldn't get no answer. We get like some type of fucking professional ass answer. I can't even think of one. But one thing I can say for me in the arts and what it's done for me and how I still apply those things into my daily life, especially since I was in ensemble and theater. Mm-hmm. So let me give you guys a little context. Through the years, growing up, I was in the church choir, obviously being into that, even when I didn't want to. I remember my first time in the church choir, little third grade old me, like, I'm gonna be in the church choir. So I'm in the church choir, I'm doing that every Sunday and shit, the routine. And then heading into middle school and seeing my brother, like, oh, he's in chorus. There's chorus? You can do chorus? Let me see what that's about. And then going into chorus in the middle school and being like, oh, this is what it takes. That's how you read that? I didn't know that was that note and you can reach this vocal range and work up towards this. And then it was just so cool to me. Like, I was just like, I don't see nobody else doing this. So what is, I just loved it. I really loved it. I didn't know I loved it until I really got into high school, but to kind of give you context, the arts has always been there as far as dance, music, and just the creative aspect of all, and doing team shit or like-minded shit to accomplish a goal, because that's what the arts really pushed me and made me thrive towards was seeing working towards these challenges and knowing what steps it takes, because I remember you, Josh. I mean, I said you, Josh. You, Vicente, and Ryan would go into that room and put hours into that practice room, even when y'all wasn't in the class. Like, y'all put time in there, y'all play y'all instruments, and then if you walk past the arts hallways, all you gonna hear is singing, music over here, theater. You gonna hear it through the doors and through the walls. Everyone is working. And everyone is working hard, no matter what fucking level of that you were at, whether it was at beginning or in advanced or whatever it is. But I remember, man, freshman year was just fucking like, fuck this shit, man. I got injured in fucking football. I'm still trying to figure out what the fuck is high school. I'm still got that little 8th grade mindset, like, you know what I'm saying, like. And I'm just like, these motherfuckers look grown as shit.
Hell yeah, bro. Oh my God.
Damn. You taking all the bad bitches. You taking all the bad bitches.
Yo, I remember that first step in the high school, because like, okay, so everybody from my middle school, like, they was bad, don't get me wrong. But when we came into high school, nigga, bro,
what?
It opened my fucking eyes. I was like, yo, you remember old girl that you know who I'm talking about, bro.
Yeah, you ain't even gotta say it, bro.
Yeah. I saw her. I was like, God, there is no way there is possibly girls this damn bad in the world, bro. Like, there's no way.
I couldn't believe it neither, bro. I was like, damn. When I was in middle school and shit, I'm like, yeah, she bad. No.
She bad.
The milk is different in high school. Especially when they're older. We're not talking about the ones in our class. We're talking about the sophomore, junior, senior, while we're freshmen, little old freshmen just walking around seeing all this and just like, wow, what the fuck? So, but yeah, damn, we done trailed off from the damn arts. But yeah, milk was different for government school, for them type of kids in public schools at that time, because the milk we had, it didn't do shit in developing us. I'm still trying to grow out this little ass chin hair I got, god damn it. And you see every once in a blue moon, there'd be one big ass Draymond Green looking ass nigga with a full beard in 8th grade, like, god damn, nigga. You know what I'm saying? But back to the whole art thing. I know we trailed off of that, but yeah, I understood the importance of what it had, how it translated to my life, because there was times in high school it was just fucking rough for you, boy. But those memories, man, I will take them with me forever. You know what I'm saying? Not that much of it really mattered. Like, much of high school essentially doesn't matter. And I get it. If you go into college, you're starting to get scholarship. Yeah, cool. But as far as like those type of memories that you would make in the arts, that was completely different from classroom memories to field trip memories and all that. Being in the arts was like, you just had family in there. It was family, no matter what. Even with the drama, even with the bullshit, it was all family and shit, man. I fucking loved it, man. And I saw myself develop from being able to sing like this to sing like this, or being able to maneuver like this on stage and just, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was really showing. My work was actually proving itself. But at the same time, the arts had fucking great teachers, man. And I gotta give them all fucking respect and credit, because...
Oh, yeah, shout out to all the art teachers, man. They really...
And I'm talking about the OG ones. OG ones, like premature, like mid-junior year, before that little speck, because one by one, each one was leaving, and it was getting sad, man. It was getting sad at that point.
Hell yeah, it really was.
But, yeah, I was just like, man, this shit is like, the arts is just, that was the only thing I was looking towards to every day. I wasn't looking towards no damn American history. Like, what the fuck? I don't give a fuck. I'm trying to.
I would purposely doing shit to get kicked out of bed.
Yeah, I was purposely doing shit to fucking.
Just get out of my fucking class.
I I just go to the damn arts and chill out.
Okay, yeah, bro, with y'all, bro. What are you talking about?
Right. But damn, enough about high school. Let's go back a little bit. When we was talking about your upbringing and your influence, and talk to me, man. Like, what's some of that? What's some of your taste in music, bro? What's some of your taste into that realm, as far as music and band or music that you listen to in your own time? Like, what's that taste looking like, dog?
So definitely, out the gate, because I have a lot of like old traditional Black people in my family.
Yeah.
It was really like old school music. So I would hear a lot of like The Temptations.
Yeah.
A lot of Sam Cooke. A lot of James Brown.
Motown. Soulful.
A whole
classics.
bunch of Motown, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you don't even know. And everything that goes along with that. So whenever we'd be over at like Thanksgiving or Christmas, you know, some James Brown would come on, or you know, maybe some Nina Simone, you know.
Yeah.
The shit like that. And when it came to like really me finding like my own music, obviously it kind of started off with like whatever was popping.
Yeah.
You know, what the big thing is. But then I really started to like dial down. Because even if something was like popping, I could only listen to it like maybe 1 or 2 times. Like,
you wasn't into that mainstream shit, just like me. You wasn't really into the what's next on this, what's on the radio for this. Yeah, when I was a kid, yeah, because I had no fucking choice. I didn't know what music taste was. I was just listening to whatever they was playing around me and shit. But
exactly,
obviously as you get older and shit, you just like, I know what I like. I know what music taste caters to me. So sorry to cut you off, but yeah, kind of to let them know the context of that.
Well, yeah, no, you're good, man. Like, whenever I really started to find people, like obviously JCOLE, bro. Like, you can't go wrong with JCOLE.
Yeah.
Especially JCOLE from the NC. Like,
yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, we gotta rep. We gotta rep, of course. So JCOLE, obviously, first song I ever heard from him was Wet Dreams. You know, that's the classic right there. So I was listening to that with my brother, and that shit hit different because I was like, oh shit, like I'm going through that right fucking now, bro. Yeah. Like, that's crazy. I was over in middle school, like, hear this nigga rap about how he swear up and down he's smashing, but like that nigga a virgin. And I was like, yo.
That sounds like middle school Josh right there. That type of exposure. I can talk about that 2012 music. And even with Kendrick, J. Cole, like, music was just at his fucking, you know where it was at, but
hell yeah.
Yeah, I remember hearing fucking collard greens on the radio all day, every day.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And fucking like, yeah, like, fuck, like we need that shit. But like, music, man, it's definitely shaped and molded me. I can say movies, video games. But when I talk about music, I like to talk about soundtracks in movies. I like to talk about soundtracks in shows, anime soundtracks, the EA PS2 era soundtracks. I remember all those songs too, and playing all those games and all the GTA games. And music has always been in our lives, in our childhood, man. But nowadays, is digitalized. It's all like what tune can get you going for 30 seconds and get you grasped for 30 seconds and not care about these 5-minute songs, these 6-minute songs that have these long runs, the same type of drums playing throughout the whole thing. Can the do keep you the whole time versus I can go about that all day. That'll be a whole episode of his own. But yeah, through high school, man, I really settled on my music taste then. I'm more into the indie. I'm more into the experimental. I'm more into the underground. But I'm also, I know, I've done my homework, essentially. I know what came before. I know what's coming after, but I know what's right now, too. So you'll never catch me too far ahead or too far behind. And obviously, you see, I post music every day now. So
hell yeah.
If you care to listen, you care to listen. If not. I fucking love music. Music is life to me, man. And I know a special couple people where it's just like, that's all we talk about is music. How we gonna transfer this? How does this relate to this artist right now? Oh, how did this artist even fucking get influenced like that to be able to make this and then make it its own? Like, that's the type of shit we would talk about. But then being in the arts, which goes back to that, like, I even go back in the classroom and then people wouldn't know how to be on beat. Like, I struggle with reading music. I really didn't. I still do kind of still. Not even gonna cap. Sorry, Miss Wells. I know you're supposed to teach me and everything. I'm sorry, Miss Wells. If you're watching this, any of my teachers, I still struggle reading music, but I know how to follow the beat. I know how to follow the drums because that's within us, bro. Them African drums say doom 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 doom. All that, bro. Like, and being able to head and all, like, you're naturally supposed to move. Like, you're naturally supposed to follow those frequencies and vibrations. And I explicitly talked about that with. I don't want to say this. I don't like saying this, but the Busta Rhymes whole thing when I talked to him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And
Yes,
when I
sir,
caught
bro.
him off guard and shit, that shit, bro, people still talk about that. And I'm just like, yeah, I get that. But it's like I didn't know what to do with that energy. So I was just like, I don't want the notoriety. So I'm just gonna let y'all talk about it and shit. But yeah, when that whole thing happened, I was just as excited as y'all were for me, bro, when I had started off this podcast, bro. Cause that shit caught me off guard, but I caught his ass off guard though. He thought I wasn't gonna know shit, y'all. I know, motherfucker. I did my homework now.
Yeah, he was like, oh snap! You actually listened to it. Yeah. He was like, yeah.
He was like, how old are you again? 19.
Yeah.
And I had just like literally turned 19. And oh, by the way, guys, my birthday is next week, and I'll be turning motherfucking 20.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Which reminds me what I did originally want to ask. Like, bro, I haven't even been looking at my notes since the fucking beginning. Let's go into these damn notes, man.
Let's get it.
We already talked about what you've been.
Let's hit some of them deep philosophical questions, bro. Some shit that's gonna make.
You wanted to take it there. We can go there. We can go there.
Okay. All right,
This is a safe space to go there. And mind you guys, anything we say, we're not saying to make you want to do something or make you want to participate in something. We're just talking our truth and talking our shit essentially, and just, you know, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So just take it how you want, but do whatever you want with the information. But yeah, bro.
Oh yeah. Big disclaimer before we go ahead and get started. My personal views and opinions are not associated with the Air Force at all. I do not represent the Air Force's idea. You know, what I think is me, myself personally, not the Air Force as a whole or anybody associated with it.
Right. As a fair warning to anyone that is watching this. And there obviously will be a warning at the beginning of this video and everything. And they'll be able to read it. And it's not going to be like one of those quick warning, like warning. Blah, 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 blah. No, it's going to be warning. And then, so, yeah. But, shit. Where do we fucking start? Shit, I guess we can get deep into the rabbit hole of where your mental capacity was then, leading up to now, and the struggles in between all that, and the struggles even now, because I feel like it's important to at least talk about it on these type of things, man, because a lot of people don't have that room to even speak. A lot of people don't have that way to express that, or that way to reflect on what is really going on in their lives versus what they think, because your mind will really fuck with you. And I know that firsthand. Like, my thoughts, they really created certain things that I did not like and that I attempted to stop. And the things that I was not in control of, at least I took time to assess the things that I knew I was in control in. But it was still tough within itself, man. And up to this point now, like, I can honestly say, like, again, I still don't know shit, but when I used to think I thought I knew it all, thought I knew this and that, man, I didn't know shit, bro. And life really fucking showed me. Life has showed me multiple times, but in adulthood, oh, it'll really fucking show you. If you really think you fucking you know, think you got it together when you don't. And
hell yeah.
I obviously didn't. I had people supporting me. I had people that loved me, but I was neglecting that help, because as black men, you know how, or black boys growing up, you know how it was when how you had to deal with those feelings and suppressing them and holding them in. And if you spoke up about this, then you're soft or this and that. Or even if nobody explicitly told you that, you would at least think that. Because I know I'm not alone. I know I'm not. I know I'm not. And I would feel so alone, you know what I'm saying, at those type of times, especially when C word had came and infected a lot of people and a lot of homes, and everybody was just going through it, bro. Everybody. I mean,
man, that was
yeah. You see
was
the
crazy.
tone. You see the tone. How it just fucking.
That tone. Yeah, I'm about to go crazy with this. So, I think I started off like back. I feel like freshman year of high school, I think is a good place to start.
Okay, yeah. I think if you start there, I don't want to start at the start.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
that's way too much mindset to talk about. So
yeah, that's a.
I'm starting like the last few years.
Yeah,
that's still
few years.
Shit about girl. Start of freshman year, man. I was so like, I still didn't really know shit. I was kind of growing in like wisdom halfway, you know, quote unquote.
Yeah.
What I thought was like wisdom as a freshman in high school. But even back then, I didn't realize like how carefree shit was for back then. I think that's the crazy part is even when I thought shit was like hard, like shit wasn't hard at all. So I was really like carefree, optimistic, like all these things coming into high school that you normally see in a high schooler. Like, you know, I'm happy. I'm waking up every day, just trying to look good, trying to do this and this and that.
You actually tried during freshman year. You actually like cared about how you dress and shit at that point.
Hell yeah. And like, I'm over here like trying to turn over a new leaf. I'm like, all right, like, let me get back and like, let me take school seriously. Let me do all this shit.
Right.
And I feel like that's when, you know, freshman year, I was really getting into music. Obviously, I was really pushing myself towards like goals. Now I had goals. I really started to put these like big achievements that I wanted to fulfill, you know, ahead of me. So I was like, okay, I want to do this. Here's like my goal right now, you know, my big goal here, the tiny, small goals, and I'm a step. So I finally started to adult a little bit in the fact that, okay, I need to make a long-term and then short-term goals that are going to get me to my long-term.
Right.
And then sophomore year, I think this is when like the relationship stage, and I'm about to go hard as hell on this, bro.
Hey, if you want to say names, you can. We already gave that fair warning, but
I'm about to be raw as hell, bro. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck, bro. I'm about to drop names. I'm about to drop everything, bro. They about to know how I feel today.
You guys, he's letting it be known right now. So if you want to stop fucking listening, now's the fucking time. You can continue.
Now is the fucking time. I'm about to go off. So, I think sophomore year is when I was dating Lindsay. You remember Lindsay, don't you?
Yep. Peer, acquaintance, good friend.
Yep.
I can tell you about the first time I met her and the experiences and the stories and woo.
I think me meeting Lindsay was, that whole experience of dating Lindsay was a huge learning experience for me. Because that's when, after me and her broke up, that's when I really started to take shit a lot more serious when it came to other people and their emotions, and like really take into account how they feel. And how some shit I should not say or do because it might affect them. Our relationship, it wasn't a bad one. It wasn't a bad one at all. But I did go into it kind of like with a fucking attitude. Like I didn't really take the time to see whether I'd actually like her or not. I was like, hey, somebody's fucking with me. Fuck it, I'm gonna go fuck with her.
Yeah.
Get into a relationship. And so
you went balls deep into that relationship.
Yeah, I really did, without thinking about it first. So once I finally decided, like, this isn't what I wanted, and when we broke up, like, that shit kind of hit hard. And that really helped me understand, like, okay, you can't be stringing people along, because obviously I can't tell you exactly how she felt, or how she feels about it now.
Right.
But at the time, on my end of things, it really did look like she was fucking with me heavy, and that she was really into me. So seeing like kind of how it was on her side, like that shit was a little heartbreaking, a little bit. Like, cause when I really thought about it, I'm like, damn, I got a girl who's down for me, who's like actually genuinely wants to be with me, and here I am doing some fuck shit, getting into a relationship because I'm fucking bored. Like
bored.
Yeah, like I was looking in the mirror like after that day, and I was like, "You're a fucking asshole, bro. Like, you're a dickhead for that, and you need to understand like how fucked up that shit it is." And so that's why I was like, "Damn, that shit really." My mindset kind of matured relationship wise. Obviously, in the grand scheme of life, I was still a little kid.
Yeah.
Because on the end of things, I kind of fell off the wagon of taking school seriously because I was taking music more seriously than anything. That's when I hit my peak musical determination because I was just in the practice room 24/7.
What time was this again? Freshman, sophomore year, or junior year?
Sophomore year.
Yeah.
This was sophomore year, kind of leading into the summer before junior year.
Yeah. So about second semester.
So I was really going hard on it. I was like, all right, I got music going for me. Like, I know my grades are shit, so fuck my grades. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I'm irredeemable at this point, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just get my music up. So I was going hard on music, and that's when I started to get a little that's where my ambition really set in. I got really ambitious because I was like, okay, I know exactly where I want to get, and I will work and do anything to reach my end goal. I don't care what it takes. I'm gonna do what it takes to get there.
Right.
So about junior year, that's when obviously I'm still feeling, the high off really progressing in music. I'd say this is probably my musical peak right now because I'm on top of the fucking world. I've been getting, first chair all county, back to back. I'm constantly proving, getting superiors in every competition.
RANT was on the fucking map.
Exactly. We were literally, and this goes from every arts program. We were literally back to back to back. It was just
everybody was winning in every shape and form. Everybody was fucking winning.
We was doing our fucking thing. And so I met Abby. And that's when
I remember
at first I was like, You remember Abby?
I remember Abby, but it would be more so at lunch. It wouldn't be more so I'm there when y'all or whenever y'all, I don't know. That's as far as I know.
Yeah, so at first it was nothing more than just she was cool people. Because I was fucking with Will. Will was my boy in band because he was one of the new people coming up, and I was like, hey, that's my boy Will. I know this nigga. He cool. He funny. I'm gonna take this nigga under my wing.
Yeah.
And I'm finna adopt this little freshie.
Because that's what you do in the arts. When you reach that point, you're supposed to take someone under and show them the ropes of the traditions and everything of
exactly
of what it means to really show these other fucking programs and schools and judges just because we are not a funded school like that, we gonna show you how we get down. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
When
Hell yeah.
When we make something from nothing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, sorry about that.
Oh no, you good. Yeah, so I'm with Will, we're chilling. Abby comes up, she introduces herself. I'm like, damn, you cool people. Cool. I guess I'm rocking with you too.
Yeah.
But obviously I'm still hanging with my boys. She's not anything of huge importance to me yet. Because all I know is she's just some random girl I'm in band with, right?
Right.
So we're still doing our thing. After a while, she's like, hey, I'm feeling you. And I'm like, damn, say less. And at first I was kind of I was really hesitant to do anything because obviously I'm still kind of reeling from the fact that I did Lindsay a little dirty.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of damn, I don't want to rush into this because I'm not trying to have somebody else in fucking tears. Like, I don't want that. That's just a fucked up thing to do.
And this is all surface level. It's sounding like you're sparing the details. You're giving details, but you're sparing the details because I understand. Just to give context to those listening.
Lindsay was an amazing girl, though. You know, she was great. She was honestly great. I do not have any problems with her. She was amazing.
Yeah.
So obviously I meet Abby. She tells me that she likes me. Everything's all cool. You know, and then I finally kind of decide, because like I'm like, do I want a relationship again? Do I want to try it? Or do I just want to cool by myself? And I took like a little conversation with myself. And this is where I feel like my mindset evolved again. Because now I'm kind of going into what I like to think is like self-meditation now.
Yeah.
Is where I really do like console myself and see like what is the right course of action and these hard decisions that I have to face. So for me at that time, that was a very hard decision for me, because I was like, okay, do I want to like do I want to cuff and have an obligation, so to speak?
Right.
Or do I want to be free? And do I really want to like enjoy my junior year?
You gave yourself an ultimatum.
Yeah. And in my mindset, I was like, I mean, fuck it. Like, why can't I still have fun and be cuffed? You know, like I don't see how I can't do both.
Yeah. Oh, well, I can go into that too myself.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm gonna start things off with her. And bro, when I tell you shit was beautiful, shit was great. Like clicked off rip. Everything was amazing, bro. I'm over here coming into school like fucking cheesing every day, bro.
I love a smiling Josh. I would say that all the time. Man, we love a fucking smiling Josh. Look, smiling right now. Goddamn white ass teeth, dog. Goddamn, boy.
Yes,
my
sir.
My bad.
Yeah, so that's when I was like really happy. I felt on top of the world. I was fucking like, I was in my bag, bro. Like, I was just doing the damn thing. And shit was great, bro. Like shit was great. And that's when like romantically I had another mindset change. Because that's when I really started to think like, okay, at first it was just, who do I want to have with me in the moment, like when everything is cool?
Yeah.
And then that flipped to, all right, who do I want to marry in the future? Like, who do I want? Obviously, like, I'm not thinking about getting married to her right now, because nigga, we still juniors in high school. Like,
right.
Ain't nobody on that shit.
Nah, ain't nobody on that shit, honestly. But
I was like, damn, like, could I see myself having a future with her? And like, that's where my mind went.
Yeah, that's time, bro. Commitment.
So I was really thinking like in the long run, like, could I see myself with you in the future? Could I see like growth with you? Which also led to me thinking about like having that mindset with anything. So like, if I'm trying to pick up a new skill, do I see this being useful in the future, or is it just a hobby? Right. So I know if I'm going to take it super serious, if it's like a profitable skill, I'm going to take it super seriously. Or if it's just something that I like to do in my free time. So I'm not going to be like putting blood, sweat, and tears into it. I'm going to just, have fun with it. Yeah. So obviously, shit is rainbows, lollipops, Skittles, all this beautiful shit. Then we kind of hit a little bit of a bump in the relationship where this nigga Daniel, if you're watching this, fuck you, nigga. I do not like your ass. I hope you fucking die. Fuck you, nigga.
Oh shit, I was not missing. Okay, my bad. You continue, my bad.
Oh my God.
Oh shit.
Nah, in all seriousness though, it is still fuck you, Daniel, but I don't got beef with you all like that no more. You ain't nothing but that, like, you just in the past. Yeah. But still fuck you. So yeah. So somebody had told me earlier in me and Abby's relationship that there was a dude in her fire and EMT class who was kind of like, had been hitting on her and shit. And that they was like trying to get him to chill out and trying to like basically keep him from like doing something past the point of no return. Yeah. Right. So finally it hits, kind of fucking up to here. Like I done fucking had it. And this is about a month before me and Abby break up. About a month and a half, month.
Yeah.
So some dude comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, yo, Josh, like, I got some shit, and you're not gonna like what it has. Like, you're not gonna like what I have to say, but like, I need to tell you some shit." So I'm like, now my guard is up. I'm like, my chest is tight. My breathing done got shallow. I'm like, all right, bro, like, say what you got to say. I'm thinking he's trying to like. My first reaction was like, you about to say some slick shit, and I'm gonna have to fight you. Like, that's what my mind went to.
Fed
like,
up at that point. It sounds like.
Yeah, like it sounded
that's
like
the last thing. Whatever was gonna come out of his mouth, it better not be some, something you don't want to hear.
Exactly. So I was like, in my mind, I was fully geared up. I was like, all right, bro, I'm gonna have to fight this nigga right now. Like I'm like, this is where it happens. Like, this is where somebody tries me and I'm gonna have to throw hands.
Yeah.
Luckily, he didn't say no shit towards me, like no disrespectful shit. He was like, hey, bro, old dude in your girl class, like, he being creepy as fuck, like staring down her shirts and shit. And this, yeah, dude was going crazy. So, and this is where my trust issues started to kick in. Because she had been steady telling me, like, hey, it's not like that. Like, I told him to chill out, and he gets it. Like, this and this and this and that, the whole nine.
Right.
So now my trust issues start to kick in. And now I have a more guarded mindset, which kind of snowballs into other shit. So, like, it's funny because, like, these, like, shit that happened in, like, just, like, relationships is affecting, like, other parts of my life. Because while, yes, it does happen in, like, just a relationship standpoint, at the same time, I'm kind of, like, taking these things from that experience and I'm using it for other things. So with that happening, it's kind of like, all right, now I know not to, like, trust, like, the words that people say. And make sure that somebody is really, like, worth the time of putting into it.
Making sure those intentions are pure, making sure those words are matching up, and making sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean, because you can say anything, and then it's up to you to take it with a grain of salt, to act on it, or just So
hell yeah. So that's like the next little, like, mindset change that I got. And then about the next one, like, this whole rest of the month that we've been dating, like, it was just constant, like, fights and arguments. And oh my God, bro, when I tell you, like, it was bad, like, it was horrible.
Was it affecting how you performed in the band, how your relationship with your friends, and how you normally would be? And then when you go to lunch or something, they'd be like, would they ask you, like, you straight, or you know what I'm saying? Would you go into that with them, or would you just be like,
yeah, man, it was really rough. Because obviously it was affecting me, and I would never be the type to, like, never let somebody know, like, what was going on, because I don't want anybody to, like, worry about me to the point where, like, they think I'm gonna, like, fuck around and kill myself or some shit like that.
Right.
Like, so if somebody asks me, like, hey, bro, what's wrong? Like, I'm gonna tell you what's wrong. I'm not gonna go into detail about it, because at the same time, I'm still brought up where, like,
you know,
you don't,
you that vulnerability.
So it was like I was trying to grow past that, like, to the point where I can still, like, talk about my feelings if I just really had to. But at the same time, like, I'm not gonna give you a whole lot, because at the end of the day, like, I still got to keep my image of what, like, me being a man is, right? So everybody would ask me, like, what's wrong? It's affecting, like, band, even fucking Mr. Dorch can see it.
Wow.
Like, yeah, he's, like, seeing, like, how bad it's bothering me and shit. And, she's steady, like, and it's all centered around this one dude. It's the same nigga,
that's
bro.
Why it's fuck you. Like, I know what you mean.
Yeah, like, that's why it's fuck Daniel, like, on me, because, like, he really did affect just more than, like, that. Like, it really did cause a whole lot of issues that neither of them really know about. So, I mean, it's just steady arguments, steady, like, fights, 24/7. We may have, like, 3 good days, and then it's, like, fucking bullshit again. Like, but she's steady, like, defending him, because she'll just bring up, like, hey, why don't you like him? And I'll tell her, like, this is why. Like, you know why I don't like him. Like, why are you still asking the same question?
Right.
So finally, the day comes. I literally remember this day like it's yesterday. It's like that day fucking, that shit hit hard, right?
Yeah.
So school lets out like it's normal. You know, we had been on maybe like a good week because I had finally, you know, was like, hey, you know, we're not doing too hot. I want to make this work because, like, obviously we had great days in the past, and I know this is not us. Like, let's do better.
Yeah.
It's all my like supportive boyfriend shit. And she comes out her class crying, bro, like fucking bawling. So obviously I'm like, oh hell no, like, yo, what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Because like my defenses is up. I'm like, yo, are you okay? Like, what's wrong? Are you hurt? Did somebody say some mean shit? Like, I'm ready to fight somebody, bro. Like, I'm about to go off. And then she looks me in the eye. She's just like, I got feelings for him.
What?
Changed my whole fucking life, bro. Changed my whole fucking life. Yeah, that shit just hurt different, bro. Cause like, I shit you not when I say I was in love with this girl. Like, this was a lot different than like a little middle school puppy love
One of
shit.
those
Like,
serious, like, I want to develop, I want to grow, I want to through
hell
it
yeah,
all
bro.
with you. I've made this decision to stick with it and stick with this decision I've made for this shit to happen, you know. And then,
Absolutely. That's
sucks.
absolutely how it was. And like, literally ask anybody and they will tell you, bro. Like Ryan, Vicente, Yabir, fucking Seth, Rajon. Like, you know how it was. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I was happy. I was in love. Shit was great. And then it just fucking died. And when I tell you, like, the mindset I was in after that happened was the worst, like, up to a year that I've ever experienced ever. That shit was hard. Trying to get through feeling you got betrayed by the person that you trusted the most. Like, there's a crazy thing that happened because my brother actually tried to warn me about this, right? So we're in the car one day and my brother's like, hey, bro, I'm going to go ahead and let you know something that I don't peep on Snap. Like, because my cousin, I was the gram too. You remember Tania?
Name, I remember the name, but it's not ringing a bell right now.
Got you. Yeah, no, he's straight. But she was one of the cheerleaders, right? Kind of like, yeah. So she was like, hey, I done peeped some shit on Snap, like on Tania's Snap. Like, I feel like we need to talk about this.
The fucking internet.
And so I'm like, all right, like, what you talking about, right? And at first, I think I done got caught doing some stupid shit. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, oh damn, he caught me doing some stupid shit at school. I'm about to get smacked, right? So I was about to lob my ass off. I was getting ready to be like, nah, bro, that wasn't me. Like
yeah,
hell
you know,
no, bro. But he shows me, he's like, hey, like, this look like your girl was sitting on another nigga lap.
Nigga, what?
And yeah, obviously I can't see her face in the picture, but I'll be damned if it ain't look like her body, nigga. And I knew that body pretty well, so
yeah. That's self-explanatory.
And so I tell you, like, I trusted her so much that even despite having like dead ass clear evidence in my face, I was like, my own brother, bro. This is my blood. Wow. That nigga that didn't have me since day one. I came out the womb. I was like, nigga, fuck you. Get this shit out of my face.
The first, yep.
I was like, bro, fuck you, nigga. Like, don't ever talk bad about my girl, like, ever, brother. Like, that's not how we about to play this shit. So that shit hurt, and it just spiraled, bro. When I tell you, I was depressed as hell for forever, bro. Like that shit was crazy. I just was really not a good mindset, and I remember just not feeling it, especially after the C word came out, and started infecting everybody. We was all locked inside the house, so that started to eat at me even more. Because like normally I would have some people to talk to throughout the day, but when I'm spending most of my days stuck in the house, I ain't got nobody to talk to but myself. So that really started to affect with me, like mentally, and I almost had like a complete fucking 180 mindset change from where I went to feeling like on top of the world to now I'm having doubts 24/7. I'm wondering like, yo, what the fuck am I gonna do now? Because I planned almost everything out. Like, it's like I built an entire foundation around this one thing, and like the partner I was supposed to have just fucking dipped, went out the window. Like, now how the fuck am I gonna finish this foundation? You know what I mean? So that hit me like a truck. And it's like shit like that. It still does affect me to this day.
Yeah.
But throughout like the few years, I was really kind of like working on myself. I was like, all right, like stick to your own, bro. Like, still have your fun. Really focus on yourself though, because that's what matters most. Like, at the end of the day, like, fuck anybody else. I'm gonna have, like, you gotta have your own back, right? So, and kind of like a fuck it moment, like, I really don't care about anything. Like, that's the mindset I was in. I was like, bro, fuck everything. Like, I don't care anymore. Like, I don't care about where my life goes next. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. Like, I was like, fuck school, fuck life, fuck this, fuck that. Like, I'm gonna go do some stupid shit. So that's why my entire senior year was filled with just like me, skipping class. It was filled with me, like, obviously, what we was doing, bro.
Yeah,
like,
you know what we was doing, and it was back to the stupid shit, which brings you back to how we talked about before we entered high school, and not knowing high school and the nature of it and the essence and the elements that everyday shit, and then real life shit outside of high school and having a life outside of that. It's like everything between. I can honestly say the same myself. Like, sophomore year and junior year, prime as in like not the prime part of like what I once was. Like, I'm still yet to my prime other years, but the prime of high school itself, like, I was on top of everything, the relationships that I shared with my people, to the R's, to shit that's going on outside of school, and just everything was organized. Everything was just, I'm doing all types of events every other day. Like, I'm preparing for this. Like, it was all that. But freshman year and senior year was of its own. Like, it was just like, what? Like, it's like I moved backwards without even knowing it. Like, I gotten back into those old habits that I've been fucking killed off, especially heading into C word world and the way we was released from high school. Like, and sorry guys, I know I ain't had no talk. I just let this man talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. But I can really say the same as far as how my sophomore year and junior year was just, you know what I'm saying, memorable, great experiences. But if you were to ask me what freshman year was like, it was pretty much of a learning curve and a blur. But senior year was much of the same too, if not way worse. The decision making, the shit that I didn't do not one assignment during the time that they sent us home for those first 2 weeks.
Hell yeah, bro.
Nigga, I soon figured out. I was just like, you know how I was on top of the emails and shit? Bro, I was on top of the shit. I was like, bro, they about to pass everybody, bro. They about to pass everybody. Don't nobody do this shit. the word spread so fast. Once everybody figured that out, they were just like, y'all niggas just graduate. Y'all niggas just gonna walk across that stage.
I ain't do shit, bro. When I tell you,
I didn't
bro,
show
like
up not
after
for one
like
class.
that dude,
One online class.
dead ass. Like literally there was like you need to attend the Zoom meetings. Nigga, I ain't go to one. Like dead ass. I remember me gearing up to go to like the Becky Joe's one class, and then like right as I'm about to hit the join button, I'm like, nigga, fuck this. Close my goddamn-
Yep.
Right back to sleep. Bro.
Yep. Becky
I was
Joe.
like,
I can say the same because we had that first block, right? Senior year, first block. Becky Joe herself. You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to her, even though I would call out American history and all that. Like I would really like the same shit you was just explaining. I'm not saying all that happened to me, but as far as the mindset and the train of thought and the bad habits that develop, all that shit happened to me too, bro. The thoughts of, I know this is not gonna last forever. That's basically what was happening. It was not gonna last forever. Those prime years that we like to talk about, I could talk about that all day, but the thing about real life, nothing lasts forever, bro. And those are teaching moments, and I'm glad those things that played out how they are, that it progressed you to now, even though it didn't immediately hit you the way you thought it did, but it was supposed to hit you the way it was supposed to. I'm not saying like, oh, those cards were handed to you because that's the way it is for you, but that's just the way it is, essentially. But
yeah,
man, I'm glad that you're able to
that's fine.
to know what went wrong, what you tried to do, how you approached it, and what attitudes developed, and what headspace you were in, because it's hard to really know what's going on with yourself and then with everything going on, because again, a lot was happening for both of us at that time, junior year especially, because we was on our way to senior, but it was just like the last verge of like, we're next, we're about to be the motherfuckers to have motherfuckers under our wing, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
all that translates up to now, man. But the whole C-word world and that space alone, that is a private episode of its own. But shit, I do appreciate you for sharing that, man, because that...
yeah. The crazy part is like, that's not even all of it, bro.
I know that's not even all of it. That's, like I said earlier, that's some surface level shit right there.
Yeah. So continuing off of that, like after I was like, all right, like fuck it and everything, you know, I really was in a mindset where I was like, yo, whatever fucking happens to me. I don't give a shit. So my next thought was like, nigga, I'm gonna sign up for the Marines. Like that was my next thought, bro. It's like, I'm gonna go to war and I'm gonna fucking die a glorious death, but I'm gonna go out on my own terms. Like, fuck it, bro. I'm going out like a G.
Yeah.
And then my mom and my uncle were like, fuck no, bro. Like, don't do that. You were dumb. Go to the Air Force. And I was like, I bet. So I started going through all my shit with the Air Force. It takes me damn near like a year max to finally like go through the entire process of like going to boot camp.
Yeah.
Obviously, while I wait, I'm sitting here like, all right, cool. I need some shit to do. I'm gonna get a job because I'm not trying to sit in the house all day. Like, fuck it. So I finally get a job. Shit's great. I got money in my pocket now. This is where the next big, this is where the next big relationship shit happens, bro.
Yeah.
So, get cool with this one girl there. Off real, I'm like, damn, she is fine as fuck, bro. I'm like, how the fuck are you here? There's no way in hell you were that damn fine and you were around my age. Like, there's no fucking way, bro. There's the hell no. There has to be some like hidden shit. Like,
you thought like, I'm just gonna see a lot of dicks in one room.
No, see, this isn't even like when I got in the military. Like, this is just like my job before going to the military, right?
See, my bad.
Yeah, yeah. No, you sure? Yeah, so, because obviously, like, that job, it was basically like plastic molds. Like, you're putting plastic molds in boxes and you're putting it on pallets and then you're shipping them out. Like, that's all that job was. It was a horrible ass job. I'm going to say this shit with my chest. Debbie, you a bitch. Fucking bitch ass person, bro. Like, I swear to God, you are a bitch for everything you said to me, bro.
Yeah. Debbie, fuck you.
Debbie's a bitch for that, bro. On me. She made like work a living hell, bro, because it was already bad enough. The work was ass. It was 12 hours shift.
Management, though.
So what?
Don't you just hate fucking bad management?
It was so ass, bro. She literally made me hate coming into work so bad. Like, every time I would see her face, I would just get so damn pissed.
I hate that. I hate that feeling too. Not hate. I'm sorry to say the word hate, but like, when you have work environment like that, you got bad management, you're just asking for a work environment like that. You're just asking for people to just dread it, just come in, just say, fuck it, clock in, clock out. Yeah, I mean, I'm not expecting a job to be your career, but at least make the job at least tolerable enough to make motherfuckers want to come in there and all that shit. But yeah, we ain't gonna go into that. You said enough for Debbie, whatever, supervisor, manager, whatever the fuck she was.
Yeah. All right, so yeah, falling off of that soapbox. So obviously, see this girl there, fine as hell. I'm like, damn, there's no fucking way. She's bad as fuck. We get to talking, and it's like, obviously, I'm still recovering from the shit that happened with Abby. Like, I am not over that shit at all whatsoever. But the shit with me and the girl at work,
yeah,
we're like cool instantly, and it's nothing like that at first. Like, we're literally just talking as friends, and like, we're over here shooting the shits. Like, we've been cool for forever. Like, she's over here telling me stories about how, like, you know, she was.
Yeah, and for context, guys, I know you can't see that, but you know.
Like, bro, like, we was telling our little stories.
Yeah, talking over the blunt. You know.
Hell yeah.
I might as well say it. Talking over a blunt.
And so we were literally just shooting the shits. Everything was cool. Everything was like, ha, giggles. And then by the end of the shift, she's like, hey, you got an Instagram? And in my head, I'm like, there ain't no fucking way. Like, there's no way. Like, she's asking me for my shit. Like, hold on, I must be in a whole alternate universe because ain't no way this shit happened, bro. She bad as hell too.
You couldn't believe it. You were just like, man, I'm on this solo dolo shit. I'm just trying to work. It's cool, we smoking, but I ain't looking for nothing. You a badass bitch and all that, but for you to ask for my Instagram, like, oh, okay.
I was like, all right, bet. Like, you're my Instagram. We're cooling. You know, obviously we're talking more and more. Still just shooting the shit. Like, it's not like that, nothing like that. But obviously we got this like little like work wife, work husband thing going on.
Oh yeah,
shit's
work
cool.
Wife, work girlfriend.
Of course, got to.
I'm sorry.
So
guys,
almost every time, like, of course, you know, anytime I got some free time, I'm coming over to her press. I'm like, it was good with you. You know, we're over here talking. Anytime we're on breaks, we're like taking breaks together now.
Yeah.
Now shit's starting to heat up a little bit, right? And it was funny because even with as guarded as I was, it really did feel like me and her had known each other for so long. Like, shit just clicked so fast that, like, it really took next to nothing for, like, shit to be great. So this coworker of ours has this running joke that she swore up and down we was like fucking, like we was getting nasty on our breaks, like going fucking crazy, right? And so we're kind of looking at each other, laughing, and then like, and it's not even like that yet. but like we just think this shit is funny as
So
fuck.
you feel the
like
sexual
like,
tension is what I'm hearing.
Oh, absolutely, like 1,000%,
Just to
bro.
make that clear, I was like, is there sexual tension, or like, is this?
Oh, it was. It's about to get crazy, bro. Like, trust me. So she's steady, like making jokes. Chance she gets, she's like, "Hey, y'all sex getting better yet?" And we're just like, "It's going great. Like that shit is fucking beautiful. Like
just going,
loving it." So we're just going along with it, and then we're going to hang out one day.
Yeah.
And then we park it at the park next to the apartments that Bill Cook, nigga. And so she looks at me and she's just like, "So what now?" I look at her and I'm like, "How about we make that coworker proud?" See me in the back seat. Like,
and mind you guys, Josh is pulling his signature smile with the Birdman rub hands and shit. Continue.
See me in the back seat.
Yeah.
So first time, like, we're fucking now. And so I was like, a lot of shit was going through my head when that was happening. Cause like, it wasn't like a spur of the moment kind of thing, but it was kind of like, it happened unexpectedly.
Yo, like, are we fucking right now? Like, backseat type action type shit? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Like, I'll tell you, I was going crazy, bro. Like, nigga, I was going crazy. I'm a freak nasty nigga. That's what that sex made me realize.
Let it be known, Joshua motherfucking Hans is a freak nasty motherfucking nigga. And we ain't even made it to the strips yet. We just getting started on the.
Oh yeah, bro. Oh my god.
Because I remember you telling me, wanting to tell me about that, but we getting there and how all this translates into. I'm sorry to stop you, but I do appreciate the honesty, man. When you said you was gonna be fucking raw, like I'm just here like mouth open, and my mind is like, Josh, you nasty motherfucker. How do you go from being the fucking 808s heartbreak kid to fucking I'm just a chilling ass nigga and she wanted to fuck on me? Okay.
That's the craziest part about it too. Like when I really think about that, I'm like, damn, hold up. Ain't no way. Like me, I know I'm not an ugly nigga, but at the same time, I'm not the best looking nigga around.
I can say the same. Like I'm not the finest nigga, but I'm damn sure ain't no ugly man.
So it was like fucking baffling to me. I was like, damn, like I am really fucking like a solid 10 right now. Like this is nothing short of a 10, bro. Like how the fuck is this happening?
Yeah.
So after that happens, bro, after we get done fucking, like we're chilling, we go back to work the next day, and I'm trying to figure out how I want to act, right? Because like obviously I don't want to go crazy, and I don't want to be like, hey, like treat her like she's my girl now. That's just weird. Like you don't do that, especially if y'all just fuck once. Like for all you know, that could have been like a one-time thing. So I just treat it like we just cool, like it's a regular ass day. So I walk into work, you know, I tell her like, hey, what's good? You know, still make my same jokes, still come up to her like every chance I get.
Yeah. Like it was on some casual shit that night, honestly.
Yeah, the coworker comes up to us and she's like, yo, so how that fucking going? And then we kind of look at each other and like, now the coworker knows that it's like, this shit ain't no joke. So,
the coworker spoken into existence for y'all, because
hell yeah. So we kind of look at each other, giggle, but the coworker can tell. Like we ain't say shit. We did the same thing, little giggle thing that we did, but like she could tell there was a little something different about it now.
Yeah, that coworker ain't no dumb.
Oh yeah, no, she was, bro. To this day, bro, I hope she is doing good. Shanta, I love you, bro. You were great.
What's her name?
Shanta.
Yo, shout out to Shanta, y'all. She's a real one for making my nigga get a nice, good backseat fuck, nasty nigga, trick daddy action nigga. You know what I'm saying? Clap it up for a nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Shanta's goated. Shanta's goated as fuck. So you know, we do our thing, and like she notices, and now she knows. Like we don't tell her, but she knows. So it's back to just like every day, and then we hang out once, and we're going to see like now this shit's kind of like escalated because now we're going to see like fucking Christmas lights together, bro. Like,
y'all making plans
Yeah.
outside of work. Y'all seeing each other outside of work. Okay, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Josh is
Like-
coming outdoors, not just to go to work, but to participate.
Yeah. Because at first it was just like, hey, let's go out to like Target or some shit.
Yeah.
Let's go out like just do something like go out for some Chick-fil-A, something like that.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. And like now we're going out to see, you know, Christmas lights. So you can tell how like kind of serious this is starting to build up, right? Oh damn, I completely forgot to tell you, bruh.
What?
She got a whole kid.
She got some what?
He has a kid, bro. He has a kid. So obviously I'm still keeping that in the back of my mind. And the whole time, like every time I'm on work, bro, like I'm having conversations with my sister and I'm like, hey, these are my feelings. Cause like me and my sister, we are so like in tune, like mentally, that like I can say some shit and like half-assly like say it or say it in a way that only I really understand, but she just gets it. And she's like, okay, so this is what you mean. And I'm like, yo, fucking perfect, bro. Like, that's exactly how I meant that shit. And so I'm steady having conversations with her. I'm like, yo, this and this and this and this is fucking happening. Like, I don't know what the fuck to do because I'm scared. Like, I'm still struggling from the shit with Abby.
Right.
Like, I don't know what the fuck I want to do. So she's like, hey, like, you got to tell her. Because I had been told everybody in my job, I was like, hey, I'm going to the military. I'm not going to be here long. Like, a few months, I'm going to be gone. Like, wish y'all the best. I'm out of here.
Right.
Type shit. So, me and her were having conversations, and it was kind of like, always like, damn, I wish you weren't leaving type shit. And I was like, facts, I wish I wasn't leaving too. Like, if I'd known I was going to meet you before I left, I probably would have thought twice about signing my name on that paper. Because, like, once you sign your name on that paper, bro, like, you're government property. Like, you cannot back out.
Contract, you guys. You just signed away a certain amount of time of your life. Remember that. But also, before you continue, for you weird perv motherfuckers, let me ask you this so that, because I know you didn't go into it yet. For the weird perv motherfuckers, was y'all still fucking when y'all was making the Target trips and eating some grub and getting some lunch, or was that just one fuck?
Oh, no, we was still fucking.
All right,
we
just
was
getting that out the way for them weird motherfuckers that want to know, like, did he at least fuck someone? You know, all right, continue.
I was beating the doonies down. Fuck is you talking about? So, So, you know, obviously we're seeing the Christmas lights one day, and I recall a conversation that I had with my sister, and she still to this day, she tells me, she's like, you can't be afraid to take that risk and let a great thing pass you. Like, if you want something and you want it to work, like, who cares if it fails? Like, you still got to try. Like, you have to try.
Yeah.
Because I was telling her how, like, hey, you know, this girl is cool and all, but, like, I'm about to leave to the military. You know how my trust issues are. I'm not sure if I can handle that. And so she's like, hey, you just got to go for it. Like, fuck it, bro. Like, you're about to go off. This is your chance to be happy. Like, fucking do it. So I'm rethinking that conversation as we're going through the Christmas lights. And I'm like, yo, and I spill everything. I'm like, this is how I feel about you. These are our circumstances. However, I still want to make it work. Now, obviously, if that's not how you feel, like, everything can just be casual. Then once I leave to the military, like, we can just be cool. And she's just like, word, I respect that, but I feel the same as you, and I want to see where this goes. And I'm like, oh damn,
that's a scary attempt too. Like, and I get it. I'm sure you was willing to make that attempt, but you was not probably expecting that answer, were you?
Oh no, not at all. Like, honestly, I would have more like I would have had more peace of mind had she been like, nah, we could just rock out for the few months that you're here, and then, you know, we just separate, but still be cool. Like, if she had said that, bro, like, I would have been so much less nervous. But when I tell you, I was fucking like, I was nervous as fuck, dog. Like, I was literally like taking sips of water every 5 seconds because like we're over here talking, and I'm just like, shit, bro. Like, I'm fucking nervous because I'm putting literally like my peace of mind on the line, just for like a possible future. And so she hits me with the like, hey, you know, I feel the same way. I want to see where it goes, this and this and this and that. And she had been like talking to me about how, you know, she's a single mom, right? But obviously, like, the dad's still there, just not together. So she, you know, lets him see the child like every other weekend, shit like that, right? Yeah. You know, still being a good mom, still letting like the dad being a good dad, shit like that. Exactly, right? So family is like a pretty big thing for her. So I also make it known that like, hey, but this is like later, not like at the Christmas lights, but this is like later, closer to me leaving, where we're getting like more connected. It's like an actual relationship now. So I'll tell her, I'm like, hey, I'm gonna be away, and I know it's gonna be hard, but like, I want you, I want this, and I understand that I'm not getting you, you know, without getting your, and I know how important family is with you. Like, I literally took like right after my brother with this, because this is like my brother married somebody with a kid already. So like, I channeled my inner brother on this shit, and I was like, yo, I know family is important to you. I can be the father that you want your son to have. Like, I'm willing to do that for you. I'm willing to do that for him, because I know this isn't just about you. It's also about him. Because if I make that promise to him, like, I can't break that with him. You know what I mean?
At all.
Like, because I, like, obviously, me being from a single mom, I know how bad that shit can affect somebody. So like, I'm not finna do that and just make an empty promise. So like, when I tell you I'm here, I'm here. And so we're like, okay, like, we want this. So now my mindset is kind of like, oh damn, what have I got myself into, bro? Like, I'm scared as shit.
Yeah.
I've literally put like my peace of mind, all my emotions on the fucking line. Like, serious shit where I'm like, yo, like, this could really fuck me up if this was a bad decision, right? So obviously I ship off to the military, and that's where I'm starting to really get a taste of what being on my own feels like. Yeah. When I tell you, this is the most separated I've ever been from like anybody. Like, it's crazy, because the military really shows you that you are surrounded by people 24/7. However, you can still feel so lonely at the same time. And like, that's truly what I felt at BMT. Because while I was still getting close to, you know, like 40 other dudes who were going through the same shit as me, but at the same time, like, I was alone, bro, because I didn't have a mom come and ask her, you know, hey, this and this and this happened today. What should I do? My sister, you know, what my emotional state was at, and have her give me feedback. You know, I couldn't tell my bitch shit I done did today, and how I done got bitched at by my MTI because I want stupid. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I couldn't do any of that. It's surely on me. And it was rough. It was rough. Like, it took some mental strength. Like, Air Force BMT it's not hard. It's not hard at all, but it does take mental strength.
It's hard in its own way.
Because while like the activities that you do in BMT in and of itself, as long as you're okay with it, kind of getting shit on if you can't catch on too quick, like it's not that hard. But like, what is hard is like really having that, like, damn, I am miles away from home. What the fuck am I doing here?
Wow.
And there have been so many times where I would have dreams of being back home, being back home with, the girl that I had at the time, my mom, my brother, sister, dog.
So to kind of reflect on where all this leading up to now, from the influences that played into your life and how music has always followed you through your life, and the importance of your mother and your brother and your sister, and how hard they were on you to set you straight and to set you on your path, and then entering middle school and then thinking, oh, middle school love. No, that middle school love and those relationships you shared, that's just middle school. That's that's the pregame of high school. And then heading to high school, and those experiences alone are, I'm sure there's stories on stories and stories on that alone. But leading up all the way to now to the transition of exiting high school, but not in a normal way, not in the traditional way, because we was, again, let off in high school just like, all right, here you go. Like, we didn't even walk across a stage, you know what I'm saying? And all of that. You still dealing with those type of things then, and then up to now, and then being able to recognize how certain situations play out kind of the same, and it's like, oh shit, it's presenting itself again, but with different people, with different scenarios, with, you know what I'm saying, and making that tough decision again, where it's like, do I want to go this way, or do I want to make this commitment, or this, and then back to now. Sorry, we had technical difficulties, but just to kind of get
you good, man. But yeah, back to now. So at this point, I'm in BMT, and I'm really struggling, because I'm like, all right, damn, I need to understand like how to go about life on my own way, because this is the first time that I'm really alone, really by myself. I'm having these dreams where I'm back home and everything is perfect, but then I'm waking up to, the sound of reveille. Goddamn, I remember that shit like it was yesterday, bro. I literally wake up on hard ass mattresses and just be like, oh fuck, fucking 5:30 in the morning, get dressed. Yeah, you get up early, do all the stuff, and all of it isn't necessarily hard, but at the end of the day, like, you want to wind down and like tell family like, hey, this is how I'm going, like, but you can't. So that's why those one phone calls a week really did make or break that week. Like, you could have an amazing week based off that one phone call alone. That's how powerful we were. Like, and I think that's what also helped my mindset switch from like, all right, one second.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Like, my whole mind was just like, fuck.
Yeah, I know you've been talking this whole time. If you want to take a break from talking, because I know I've just been sitting there like, yeah. But, yeah, I kind of had to go back and make sure we were on track of what we was talking about. But it sounds like you understand, you're starting to understand certain things in your life, like I once said, and what we said earlier, like what we once thought we knew, like we didn't know shit, bro. We didn't know shit. And a lot of times in life, things like to present itself again, but just in different ways and harder, and these challenges, and just embracing them and being able to approach them in a healthy manner and having the right attitude towards it. Because when you were faced with the decision of do you want to be the one to step forward for this child? Not for her, but for the child. And then for yourself, and then being faced with those decisions, and then realizing I've been in these type of decisions before, but this is something completely different of its own. Like, for you to be able to recognize that shows me that you had the growth, and that shows me that you just like, okay, I know what this may lead into, but I don't fully know until the decision is made, and you stuck with it.
Yeah, man. It definitely took a whole lot of mental maturing, because before that time, I like swore up and down, like, nah, that's not what I wanted, because I seen kind of how it not necessarily affected my brother, but I saw how, you know, like when my brother, when he took that dive and went full frontal with it, I was like, okay, I'm not sure that that's exactly what I want. Like, I respect my brother greatly for being able to do that, but I'm not sure that's what I really want, because he did it at a very young age too. Like off the gate, he was like, hey, you know, you got to understand that, like, I'm here for you. I'm here for the kid. I'm making this promise to both you and the kid, but most, you know, importantly, the kid, because I'm not going to walk out the kid's life. So it was definitely something that took a lot of like willpower for me to really like commit to. But I felt like I was at that place mentally where I took all my steps. I was like, all right, you can't let the past stop you from what could be a great future. You need to go ahead and do this, because this could be something great. Right. So all that happened, and surprisingly, I was fully expecting to get that, like, hey, I can't do this shit no more letter, you know, while I was in DMT, right? Fully expected it. But I mean, shit, she stuck by me. So I was like, oh, fuck. Like, yo, this is it. Like, this is finally it. Like, that's to like be happy, bro. Like, this is where all that hard work has finally come into play. Yeah. Then I get into tech school, and tech school, I finally get my phone back, bro. I'm able to spend all my money that I done got from DMT. Nigga, I'm going crazy.
That's when we hopped on the new episode that time too. That was around the time we did a second episode, because the first episode we did last year, it was before you was leaving. But then around that second episode, that's when you told me about old girl. I didn't know the full details, but you was like, yeah, I got a, you know, little friend, you know. I didn't know much, but I saw the growth from that first to the next one, and then up to now. Like, you basically what I'm saying is I'm proud of you, bro. I'm really proud of you, man. And I want you to get your applaud and your recognition, and you know, it's well deserved. It's well deserved. Well deserved.
Hey, but you know we're gonna talk about your mindset coming up to it after me though, right?
Yeah.
Once I get off my soapbox and I let you take control, bro, you better go crazy. So yeah, obviously in tech school, you know, I'm finally in contact with everybody again. I'm in contact with my mom, my sister, my brother, you know, my girl. Everything is fucking great. I'm in contact with my friends. You know, I'm finally like, hey, y'all niggas, what's up? Like, I'm back. Like, what's good, right? Finally, first full taste of like halfway freedom, you know? Obviously, I still got like rules that I need to abide by, you know, back in tech school, but it's great. It's amazing. About month and a half in the tech school, me and her break up. That sucked. Don't get me wrong. That shit hurt a lot. Yeah. Especially with what I'm gonna tell you afterwards. However, I'm trying not to take it. Oh yeah, it gets worse.
Oh, so no. We going down that rabbit hole. You serious about that? I love that. I love that you're. Yeah, here we go.
Oh yeah, here we go. So we break up, and obviously, like, I'm upset, and it still sucks. But like at the same time, I'm trying too hard not to think about it, because like I was on that train to recovery after Abby, I'm still on that train now. Like, it's still about me. It's still my life. I had a life before she came into it. My life doesn't stop just because it's gone. Like, she's gone, you know?
Yeah.
I still have goals, you know, I still have drive. I'm not in a fuck the world, fuck my life, you know, mindset. I'm still like, okay, this is where I want to be. This is where I'm at now. This is how I'm going to get there. Right.
Yeah.
So tech school definitely, I mean, it was fun. It was so much fun. Even after, you know, me and her broke up, it was still a lot of fun because I was still able to enjoy, you know, I was still able to enjoy tech school. I was, you know, I was hoeing, you know,
He said I was hoeing. He just slid that in there.
Like, I was partying it up, bro. Like, the little barracks parties we was having was crazy. Like, shit was cool. Shit was cool. I feel like this is where I've really started to come into, okay, now I need to be financially responsible. Yeah. That's where, like, financial responsibility really started to hit home with me, right? So now I'm like, okay, be financially responsible. Don't spend your money on stupid shit. And now you need to understand, like, what financially being an adult means.
What's crazy is we tell ourselves that heading into wanting to save up, wanting to get a car, wanting to, and at first you're like, yeah, I'm doing it. And it's like you spend something on this, you eat out. Yeah. It's part of the learning curve. I've come to understand that too. Yeah.
This, I ain't even gonna cap to you, bro. It's still a struggle for me. It
still is a struggle, but
I don't even need to order that pizza, nigga. I'm just like, I'm too tired to go make myself some food. That's why I bought it, bro. Like, I'm still learning.
Yeah, I understand that.
But yeah, man. So obviously, I'm still figuring out a lot of stuff. Really, a lot of it is just like how to be independent on my own. Which I feel like is going great right now, man. Like, I cannot lie. I feel like it's going absolutely amazing. Well, I'm definitely not, like, by any means of the words, like, I got it all figured out right now, because I don't.
Right.
But at the same time, I still have enough figured out to, like, keep me afloat while I'm still learning more, you know? I'm not too far into where, like, shit's hit rock bottom. And now I need, like, help, like, from everybody that I know. Like, I still got my own. And while I still got my own, I can still learn some and still grow and adopt new things. Right?
Man,
so
I love that for real.
Let's see, about, I think maybe this is like my 2.5 month mark. I peeped some shit on Instagram that upsets the hell out of me, bro. Like, it's not on the airways. Oh yeah, like, bro, when I tell you, like, this shit got under my skin, bro. Like, obviously, I fixed my mindset where I was like, okay, I'm not gonna get depressed off this shit no more, because, like, there's more to life than, like, there's more to life than girls, bro. More to life than girls.
Yeah.
Don't give a fuck. Like, you still have a whole life ahead of you. Like, when I saw this shit, bro, I was hella upset. Like, I was just like, bro, what the fuck? So I'm steady seeing her on my Instagram, right? And so at first I wasn't like, I'm not the type of person that's gonna be like, all right, block, get off my shit. Because, like, I feel like I'm mature enough to, like where unless you pulled an Abby on me, like, I don't care whether you show up on my page. Like, I don't give a fuck. But seeing her, like, on my page, like, 24/7, like, it was kind of getting to me. It was getting to me, bro. I'm not gonna count.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah. I was like, all right, I'm gonna just unfollow her. She can still follow me. And if she asks questions, like, I'm gonna just be straight up with her. But ain't nothing, like, more or less than that, right?
Yeah.
So finally, you know how, like, whenever you're seeing memes, and like somebody name on Instagram will like show up, like if they're following you.
Yeah, it'd be like followed by or follow back so and so, like, you know.
Yeah. So I click on the meme. I'm like, oh, that shit funny. I'm about to go send that to the GC. Boop. Send to button. See your name. I'm like, that last name is different.
That last name is different. Oh.
I'm like, what?
Oh man.
Why is that last name different, bro?
And curiosity told you, click that real quick. Did you click it?
Yeah, I did.
You fucking
so because I wasn't following her, like I couldn't see like any of her posts anymore, which is probably for the best because I probably would have went fucking crazy had I seen any of that shit. Yeah. So obviously I see that, and now I'm like, okay, now you gotta get up off my shit.
Yeah.
Like, fucking be gone, bro. Like, especially with all to spare like the nitty gritty details of like what most of our like really deep conversations went.
Yeah.
Like it was basically like, okay, I fuck with you. Time doesn't mean shit. You show me that like even in the span of like a short few months, you can feel really connected to a person. Like everything lines up. Like you're who I want to be with in the end. That's basically how like our deep conversations would go. So seeing that, I was like, you fucking lie. Like, you fucking lie.
You motherfucker, you. I'm gonna kick your
Yeah.
fucking ass, all right? No, I'm just playing. But
so I feel like that taught me how to like not take it personal. Because all my other relationships, even like back in middle school, how like with Mahogany or like Janetta, and you know how that shit goes.
yeah,
like, you know how
when you said those names,
so, like,
ding, 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 ding. Yeah, man. Those itself is like, oh man, yeah, I remember that shit. Damn.
Yeah, shit. Yeah.
That boy Josh really, damn.
Yeah. I bro, I don't know why I did it either, bro. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah. But all of that to say, man, it's just you've had some serious growth with yourself and some serious growth on how you approach relationships and the seriousness and the consideration you put into it of not just this is my life, but that's your life too. And for you to even bring that up with her and be honest with her, because at first when we're first dating, when we're first doing all this dating stuff, we don't really know how to navigate into that. We don't really know how to go about it. We just go about it our best ability. But through time, you learn that. And obviously it shows from what you experienced with Abby, you've pulled and applied that with old girl, and then so on and so on, whatever the case may be. But man, god damn, I respect the honesty right there. How when you say you was gonna be raw, you really fucking meant that shit, man. Golly. I mean, yes, we will go into my shit, but it's just, damn, we've been going far. We've been, shit, how long we been doing this? About almost 3 hours. Hold up.
And we're not done. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, we're not done. I called it. I was like, man, we gonna do a 3 hour, 4 hour. If we go 5 hours, how am I gonna be able to translate this into? Yeah, so
it's about to go crazy, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna be working on this episode, and I love that. I love that, but I think that's a good stopping point. I don't want to interrupt you anymore, but damn, you have been going, and I've been letting you talk your truth and speak talk your shit.
So basically, to end up right here, like you said, great stopping point. Basically, I've been I think the newest thing that I learned was just don't take shit so personal. You know, like yes, it's that really it's really shitty, but like it is what it is. Fucking push it to the side, keep moving in life.
Now, Amir,
and now you're up. You're up, my boy. How you're up, my boy? Let's hear it, bro.
We can definitely start where you started. I guess early middle school, kind of get the whole middle school lovey-dovey shit out the way, then head into high school, because it got my serious relationship just started right then and there, like heading to sophomore year. So being the way I was brought up and how I viewed this, and influences from my uncles, influence from my cousin, influence from here and there, and what I thought love was and romantic, just kind of painting you where my head is at these times. So middle school is just like I experienced my first time getting cheated on, and you know, then heartbreak. I can vividly tell you about finding out how I got cheated on. Like, you know how you told your brother came to you about, hey, yo, girl, like, do you know, like, and then being in denial, like, I remember seeing messages. I remember seeing pictures. I remember people coming up to me. But what really done it for me was when my own people came to me. My own cousin was just like, I remember I fixed me a bag of popcorn. I was watching the movie, it was the movie with there's a lot of alien movies, but I think it was called Battle Los Angeles or something.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yep.
That movie was, I don't know, played a lot on HBO or something at the time. And I was like, yeah, I'm gonna fucking watch that. I fixed me some popcorn, just fixed it, fresh bag, just popped it open. And I'm like, why is this motherfucker like he comes over quite often at this time, but it was like, he's wanting to tell me something. But I wasn't really paying no attention to it. So then he was just like, look, dog, you getting played, you getting cheated on. And he told me straight up, like, she even approached me, and yada, yada, yada. And experiencing that, I was like,
damn.
That was the world. That was the world to me at that point. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, I really didn't know how to assess it. Like, I was just like, or process it. I was just like, you're lying, right? You're lying, right? This is a joke. This is where one of those things where we just, it was like, nah, she kissed on me, but she also did other things to other dudes. And I was just like, I wasn't even mad at him with that. It wasn't even about her cheating. It was just all the other things that was just going on. And then at that time, I had also experienced death for the first time in a close family member, which was my great-grandmother. And I had her for 15, 16 years of my life. And we're talking about all 8th grade right now. I know middle school and all that shit, but kind of to give you guys context heading to high school, that development part. I experienced that, and then being in that hole, I didn't know what depression was, or how to feel about these emotions. My first time feeling that with the relationship, and then feeling death in the family, and then being with family, and then all this type of shit that's just going on and outside noises. I didn't know no better at the time. So what does an 8th grader do? Well, you already experienced porn. You've already experienced girlfriend. Like, hey, we getting honest, nigga. We getting honest, nigga. We about to get there. We really about to get there.
Yeah.
So y'all better prepare yourselves. So what does the 8th grader do? Like, who does he go to? Who does he talk to? And remember, us black boys, we supposed to shut up, keep it moving, do our, But this is different. Like, I'm
about to go to that honey gold.
Yeah. I've never felt these type of emotions before. So it's just like
that y'all the Trump.
Yeah. Whoa. I'm just playing. If you didn't get that, fuck you. Anyways, so I thought in the best, healthiest ways, I just shut out everything and be this little sad boy that's fucking mad at this, mad at that, and then at least I let my emotions do what it's supposed to do, even if it wasn't healthy, because I didn't know no better. I just fucking did what I thought was best. Jacked off a lot. Kendrick had just dropped fucking Damn at that time, and I was like, perfect timing. Hey, like this is the thing that's gonna fucking help me. It translate. It fucking didn't. it supported me, but it didn't fucking help. All those type of things. There wasn't no drugs or anything at this point in time. I hadn't really smoked. At this point, I've been around it all my life, but at this point, I wasn't into all of that. I was still in my ways. I can still vividly remember. I know I'm going backwards. I can remember the summer of being a 5th grader still, heading into 6th grade, and my brother coming into my room one day and just being like, you don't need this shit no more. What the fuck you still playing with this shit for? Like, he grabbed my toy box, bro. Dumped it all in the fucking trash. All in the fucking trash. So I didn't even have that type of outlet neither as an 8th grader. But as a 5th grader heading 6th grade, like 12, 13 at the time, and then being 14, 15 in 8th grade or whatever. I still remember that. But damn, I keep going backwards. But I got to get this context of how I used to process things versus what an 8th grader me would process at that time. Getting cheated on, death in the family, then not having someone to go to. Because, like, you know, I'm with my grandparents, and I'm like, that's tough love, dog. Like, suck it up, dry it up, you know, cry if you need to, but then we back at it. So I remember waking up that morning and just being told that, like, she's gone. Like, I didn't have the chance of knowing, like, oh, she's about to go, or no. It was just I wake up one morning thinking I'm about to go to school, and I'm getting sat down and I'm crying my eyes out and going to school, and counselors trying to help me. And now that I think about it, it's still kind of a blur because I did shut out those things, and I've been healed from that long ago, but I still never forget. And her just being it was just real shitty. She wasn't a bad person. She had her own shit, her own loose ends to fix at the time, but we were still kids. But at this time, it's still, to this day, I still think that's important to at least discuss before talking about high school and heading to it, and how quickly I thought of relationships and how I thought about it heading to high school, at least to kind of give you context, and how I dealt with death and how I dealt with people. So, yeah, I was in a deep, dark hole with that. And then Snapchat had just came out and Kik was all around. But I was still doing...
Oh, Kik. I forgot about Kik, dog. Man. Holy shit.
So niggas would be changing their names to some sad shit, and I was on my sad shit, essentially. So did a lot of this, and tried out all types of things, but I don't really remember much of 8th grade, if you ask me. Those are the only 2 main things I remember, because at the time, that was life. So that was what, yeah. So then heading to freshman year, it's just like, cool, this high school. But then it hit me. It was like, whoa, these motherfuckers look grown. Bitches is bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, whoa, wait. There's also pregnant bitches here too? Pregnant bitches walking around here too? 6 months? Like, god damn, what is this? What is this? That's crazy. Our voices sounding like that. What is this? You know? But I remember just being exploited to that. I'm like, okay, this is fresh, it's brand new. And also, that's around the time I had met you too, because football and shit. Yeah. But to also go back, damn, now I gotta go back again. I also met a couple people before high school because my brother played football in high school. So going to a Graham game, you're obviously going to see everybody, even kids from North Graham and South Graham, because I went to Hall River, then I went to Graham Middle. But kids that went to North Graham, South Graham, I would see them at the Graham High School games. So they'd be like, yeah, that's my older brother's field. I'd be like, yeah, that's my brother on the field and shit. And then us already getting to know each other and not realizing, like, wait, we about to be in the same school. So heading into high school was just like, I'm done with relationships. I'm gonna be a nigga that just fuck around and shit. I'm on my chill shit. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really understood me. Freshman year, if I had to say what it was for me, man, I just didn't fuck around with dating. I didn't. If you were to ask me at that time, I was just like, yeah, fuck that. Or, yeah, fuck this, fuck that, fuck. All I was doing was just coming in every day, talking to the people that I talked to, getting the stupid shit that I would, and not really having the best of grades, but passable enough. For me, at least, passable enough. That's what freshman year pretty much summed up to. Just seeing a lot of older niggas, seeing a lot of fights, seeing a lot of this, seeing a lot of that, and then just a lot of stupid shit in between that. Just to not really go into detail about that, because freshman year was just, again, it was just more of a blur for me. It was just like that. It was just not that memorable for me. It was still me trying to heal, still me trying to process, like, yo, these girls got me fucked up. These girls got my niggas fucked up too. And then dealing with death again. But at least this time I know how the process goes. I know how it goes, because when my great-grandmother had died, not my grandma, but my great-grandmother, again, at 15 and 8th grade, I didn't know how to fucking, like I said, to go about it. I just did what my brother did. And I didn't quickly realize how much of a role model he was at that time yet. I knew I looked up to him. I knew he played a part, but I remember that day finding out that she died. I still went to fucking school. I went to fucking school. I should have never went to school, but I went to school because he went to school. So whatever he mostly did, I did, in the sense of like, how would you navigate towards this? So obviously looking up, you gotta look up for something as a little 8th grade little nigga. So you just like, okay, he's going to school, so I'll try to go to school. That didn't fucking work. That I went home after that, bro. I couldn't finish the day. It was just weird. It felt fucking weird, bro. It was just like, what? But again, I didn't know what those feelings were. I never experienced that. But yeah, back to the whole freshman shit. But it's just like, whole freshman year, I was just like, I'm just here. What is this? Like, this high school? Cool. You know, I did stupid shit. I could talk about how gym class was and shit, and how mostly a lot of just shit I just didn't care about. I just didn't care about. I cared about life to stay alive, not on some suicidal shit, but I didn't care enough to be like, I need to be thinking about my future, because I'm in high school now, so I'm a freshman. I got 3 years left and whatnot. But at least I made the friends that I made and relationships I made. I was still in course. I was still doing extracurricular activities, but nonetheless, just being a kid still, and still playing video games, still doing this, doing all that. But once sophomore year hit,
yes, sir.
a nigga that thought he was going to be single, that shit changed.
Yes, sir.
That shit changed for a nigga. Like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, so dip the toe in the water.
Yeah, I'm going to dip a toe on that whole relationship thing. But Amir at that time, at sophomore year, he was quickly realizing, like, okay, I'm starting to get together, get my shit together. Like, I know I don't fuck with that teacher. I know I don't fuck with that crowd. I know who's the bros, and at least that's what I thought at that point. So sophomore year comes, and there was a class that they had put me in. I forgot what it was, and I wasn't supposed to be in that class. So they was like, we're just gonna give you an extracurricular activity. And mind you, I've taken theater before, but most of the shit that I've acted in was like probably like church plays or some shit like that, or nothing too serious on like how do you go about this on a technical level and on a on all that extra shit. But then once I was in that class, I was like, man, I'm in this class with all these motherfuckers. But I was in beginning theater, so I was just like, okay, at least there's some black people in here. That was the first thing that was going through my head. I was like, at least there's some black people in here and shit, you know. And that's when I had met fucking Taj.
Taj, my boy Taj.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I remember meeting Taj that first day, and what I had on, I think I had on that blue Carolina shirt on, and that was when I had the twist going on, and I had the blonde tips. Yeah, most people don't even remember. I had dyed my hair. See,
yes, sir.
To kind of go back, I was still assessing death and relationships in freshman year. So a nigga dyed his hair. A nigga was still jacking off and fucking doing unhealthy shit still. But I don't care to go into those details. But it'll translate back later when I do come back. Because I don't know why I do that. I always go back and forth with the shit. But anyways, I meet Taj, and this is like, nigga, where have you been my whole entire life? Like,
Facts, bro.
Like, I
Facts.
can't relate to
Facts.
another person so much till now. Like, where have you been? Like, I've related here and there to other people, but I've never related to another person till I met fucking Taj, bro. And when he watches this, he gonna be like, hell yeah. I can already hear him right now.
He just gets everything, bro.
Yeah. So it was just like, we lived the same life. Like, oh, you don't live with your mom and dad? You was raised by your grandparents? Or you grew up with your siblings with your grandparents? Or, oh, you went through this type of bullshit before where they, you know, all these type of ass whooping. So all that to say, it's just like, damn, we talking about the same things. We like fucking brothers that ain't even got the same mom and dad and shit. So, you know, that spark of his own, that did of his own. We took care of each other since then. So yeah, that's when I was introduced to theater in a way that I never thought I would. Like, it made me see things that I never thought of. Not see things, but it made me view things in a way that I never thought of viewing. I've always been into the deep thought, into the psychological side of things, but what theater did alone, and the teaching that Sharon did, and the routine, it was very routine. It was very professional. That's what most of those arts teachers were doing for us, not just in a, oh, this is just for school, but they were teaching us how to be very professional and how to be professional about things. And that's going to play a part until later on too. But yeah, they was just making sure, especially for a beginning class, but obviously she saw what she saw in me, and from there it was only up from sophomore year and junior year. Like, she was already wanting me to be in advance, or not advance, but in ensemble. She wanted me to skip advance. I was like, you want me to skip advance?
Hell yeah.
Like, I don't know what I'm doing. To me, this is fun. To me, this is like, that's what it was for me at first. I was like, I didn't know you were like me. Like, I was just like, oh, okay. But at first I was hesitant. I didn't hop on the, okay, take me to ensemble, because I didn't feel like I was ready at the time. She knew I was ready, but I didn't think I was ready at the time. And also, I was in chorus at the time too, in beginning chorus. And damn, I just missed something. Also, I remember my first day of freshman year. I was fucking around with a junior. A junior was fucking with a nigga.
Yes, sir.
We're giving a digital dab if you guys can't see. But a junior was fucking with me. I don't know if I should say her name or not, out of respect. I know you said some names, but I don't want to be the one to be like, hey, you put myself on the airways and shit. So I'm going to be a little nice. But I'm going to say the initials.
I think I did drop one name.
Huh?
I think that's all I did. I just did drop one name. It don't matter though. It don't matter. We talking about you right now, bro.
Yeah, that's true. I wanted to be fair. I feel like everybody's going to get their fair share in a second anyways. But, yeah, I remember that freshman year, I was just like, you want to fuck with me? Like, I was still not into the relationship, all that type of shit in freshman year. So I was just like, okay, I was just going with it. I didn't really care for it. So that happened. Nothing much. It was just more so like, hey, you're a cute little boy to me, I guess. And we look cute together. So it was like, cool. Mutual. We in the same class. You sit on my lap, put your fat ass on my dick. Cool. That type of shit. But nothing too serious. Nothing.
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
I was just a little.
Hey, was it? Did she have? Was it the curly hair one, bro?
Nah, it was the ebony. It was the ebony with the big fat ass, and she real short. You know,
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
talking about.
Yes, sir.
Real like. Yes, dog.
Yes, sir. I know what he's talking about.
Too much for a little nigga like me to handle at the time. No cap. But yeah, back to sophomore year. Damn, I know. I told you I'll be doing that back and forth shit just to give fucking context and shit.
Hey, it is what it is. Ready? What you gotta do?
Yeah. So back to sophomore year, meeting Taj, and man, all we would do was talk about shit at home and how we relate and how we should have been met and grown together. But then I remember performing my first show. I remember performing my first show, and I remember the preparation behind that and all that. That's when I knew, like, yeah, these teachers in the arts are really trying to teach us the ways of life and how to go about it, and when to be professional about something and when to take something personal. Because I feel like that's what you was trying to articulate when you was talking about taking the things personal or serious. And I know that's what the arts really showed us, how to separate yourself from the craft itself, and then how to apply that in real life and all that. That'll translate later on too when I talk about it. But I remember performing my first show, and it was a one act. It was something with it was kind of like not My Little Mermaid, but the Mermaid Princess, and I was one of the lead roles. It was nothing too serious, but I was one of the lead roles, like the human on shore, the king. And you remember Jordan? Remember that girl Jordan, the light skinned one?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Everybody wanted the goddamn. But anyways, she was my mermaid. She was the mermaid that would go on shore, and and everybody else played as the animals in the sea kingdom and shit. So I remember doing that, but I also remember being under those lights and shit. And you know what flashback I had, bro? I know I keep going back. In 8th grade, bro, it was I've done like Christmas plays at churches and shit, but nothing on this level. In 8th grade, bro, you remember Miss Newberry? No, not 8th grade, 6th grade actually. You remember Miss Newberry?
Newberry.
And she had that play thing, that 15 Reasons Why play, bro. I don't know if many people remember that, but the people that were in that, they still to this day never fail to make me remember what happened that day when I performed. Bro, I fucking forgot my lines, dog. I forgot my lines in my first play in 6th grade. In 6th grade, though. It was 6th grade. It was in 6th grade. I forgot my goddamn lines, and somebody had to fucking carry. But that's because at the time I didn't know like she obviously gave me that part because she trusted me, but I didn't believe in myself. I didn't do it for myself. I didn't take it serious at the time. I was just more worried about the fucking the bitches in there and the free food and shit. I'm gonna be honest. Little sixth grade year old me, like, what am I doing here? But it's kind of like the setup of everything. Okay, now back to sophomore year, first time performing in front of the school and shit under the hot lights. Only I did not forget my lines. I remembered my lines, but I did something that I probably should have never done. And that was I made a character choice off script. And it was a scene where they were singing happy birthday to me, because as the king in the play, they were singing happy birthday to me. All the sea creatures and shit or whatever. And I was just supposed to be like all elegant and shit. What did my ass do? You remember Quavo and the Migos and them, and what songs was playing at that time? Nigga, my dumb ass decided to start dabbing on some cringe type shit. And I was like dabbing, bro, while they were singing happy birthday to me in that scene. And I was just like, yeah, I fucking did. Like, I was smiling and shit under the lights.
You was just,
nigga, after the play, they was looking at me like, this motherfucker, he went on script and goddamn. So, yeah, that.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that fucking happened. And I'll never forget that. I feel like that is as worse as me forgetting my lines, because I was a 6th grade nigga. It wasn't no big production like it was like, the type of productions we would put on and shit. And
Hell yeah, bro.
But for middle school in 6th grade, like forgetting my lines, that was nothing compared to me making a character choice to fucking dab on stage. That had nothing to do with the time period and place and time of the fucking play. But I made that fucking decision. So yeah, they never failed to make me. But that was a learning moment for me to just be professional and take it not too serious, but to take my craft and work serious. So that's what that showed me. So when she had asked me, do you want to be in advance, you should at least audition for it, you know, not ask me to be in it, but at least audition for it. I knew she was hinting at, we would like you to be in this place, but I feel like I had some development to go. After that night, I for sure knew, like, nah, dog, you ain't ready. You ain't ready. You pretty good, but you ain't ready, dog. So that happened. And also, again, I was in chorus and beginning chorus, I believe. And I mean, as far as chorus, I've been doing that my whole life. So that was next to nothing to me. I'm not saying I was the best singer and all that, but as far as knowing when to sing, knowing when to not sing and all that, I knew the basics, basically. But as far as theater, to me, that was just all fun and all that. But then what Sharon and them did and Wells and them did, they showed us the professionalism. So what that did for me, going back to getting out of that dark hole and everything and figuring myself out in freshman year, I just didn't care. I was just showing up to school every day freshman year on some bullshit and laughing around, getting kicked out of class, but not on some like, oh, you in the streets and shit. And like we can, that's a whole different thing goes on. But nah, it was more so just stupid shit, you know. But sophomore year, that's really what it was. And then at that time, again, all I would talk about with Taj is fucking how much he related. And Taj and a lot of other people too, but at this point, Taj was just more so like the brother I've been needing heading into high school. Everyone needs that one brother or that group of brothers. Like for you, it was Vicente, Joseph, and Ryan. For me, it was when I was in football, it was my football family, and then it was my arts family, and then my classroom family. So everyone had their own little set things and own set groups, but it was really starting to set in then. So yeah, that happened. But also back to what I was saying, how a nigga was starting to get back into wanting to date. It hit me out of nowhere, like I'm about to date this girl, and she went to a whole completely different school. And you know who she is? She's Alexis and shit. So
yeah.
Man.
Yeah, tell me that, bro, because like
we about to really see all that I just said. That's just context shit. Now we about to really like.
We're about to get in the meat and bones.
Yeah. So, man, I'm still on my bullshit. Honestly, I could say, as far as sophomore year and junior year, when it came to dating and whatnot, because I didn't know no better, bro. I just went through all that and this and finding myself, and then now it's like I feel like I'm really working towards something. I got something going for myself. Like this is, again, at the time, like you don't know how much you really love something until it's gone, as far as the arts go, because we all know how senior year went. But anyways, dating, and then me and her just clicking, and her just like, I never thought like I would even date again. Like she really showed me what she made what seemed so scary not scary. I think that's the best way to say it. But for me personally, I still needed to fix some loose ends. So while yes, I'm doing great in the arts, everyone's doing great. Everyone is fucking developing. Everyone is, you know, being fucking great, or being fierce, as Miss Sharon would say, being fucking fierce. My relationship as it was growing, but also me making decisions that I made, all that did was invite mess and bullshit. So while yes, I've been cheated on, I've done cheating myself. I've also can say
I was the most, and still can be from time to time, but then friendliest nigga out there. And you know me, I would talk about pussy. I talk, you know me, like, come on, man, like that's what I was known to. You know what I'm saying? I might not be in some pussy, but I'm at least, you know,
you gonna speak your mind about something,
my
bro.
shit about at least to the hoes and shit. So,
yes, sir.
I can't believe I just fucking said that. I can say that out loud, though. I can say that out loud. I can't believe I just said that. But yeah, I've been on both sides of the rope. I've been cheated on, and I've done the cheating myself, and I've been the one to be friendly, but I've put myself in spots. But there's been times where I've didn't realize what spots I was in, and then it got worse. So yeah, sophomore year was for me was just showing me like the potential of what organizing can do and what being serious and professional about the things you want to do and how it translates into your work, and it's showing on stage and it's showing at concert and it's showing at these events that we would do. Because even then, Miss Wells at the time too, and again I'm going back, she wanted me to be in ensemble just as fast as Miss Sharon wanted me in advanced theater and whatnot. Advanced theater. Oh no, not advanced theater. What's after advanced theater? Ensemble itself too, right? I don't know. High school.
I think it was advanced theater.
Yeah,
like advanced theater was at the
top. Beginning, intermediate, and then advanced. So yeah,
and then advanced.
As fast as Sharon wanted me in there, Wells wanted me in fucking ensemble too, but I knew I wasn't ready for that either. As fast as I wanted to hop in that, and as fascinating as it looked, because dude, when they would fucking perform and shit, it was just like, whoa, I want to be part of that too. I want to have that experience too. Because I remember just sitting down, you know, they would make beginning go first and intermediate. And, you know, they save the best for last. The more advanced motherfuckers, the ones that got the shit clicking and going. Like, you remember being that band kid in beginning and watching, like, wow, like, damn. But, like,
yeah,
you know,
going off.
They doing their
fucking like, oh, shit.
So, yeah, I mean, I can say definitely there's been some people that took me under the wing willingly, and experiences I shared and stories I've shared and drama and all that. But yeah, sophomore year, it was just the beginning of what I thought to be so good for me, was also just a lesson that I necessarily needed. So yeah, sophomore year happens. Second semester of sophomore year, all that was first semester sophomore year. At this point, they've been urging me to fucking get into these advanced classes so I could fucking, because they didn't even want me to take intermediate. But me being me, I was I know I'm not ready. I can't hop into that. But I think what they was gonna do was put me in there, but not give me the more important roles, but they would give me the supporting roles or the supporting voice parts in this song piece. Or I think that's what they would have done. But at the time, I didn't know. I was just like, oh, they want me in there. But at the same time, I just always been the kid that's like, I don't want to get over myself. Like, are they just showing me this type of attention because they do believe in me or not? Because, and now I'm about to go back again as to why I think like or thought like that. Then it's because growing up, you know, as a young black boy, you every now and then you would wanna, I'm proud of you, or you're doing good, like, you know what I'm saying? You wanna know, like, am I doing good? Am I, like, you know how dogs be, they be like, is this the right way? Like, they give you that look, but you won't ask, you won't be like, you won't scream out and be like, can you tell me I'm at least doing good and proud? Like, but at least they would show up to the events, at least they would support in other ways and shit. But you know, us black boys, the type of loving we would want and need versus the ones we got, but that's a whole different thing zone. So we'd be here all day. But to give you why,
we really would.
Yeah, because I didn't truly believe it. I didn't believe in myself either. Like how you said, like all I cared about was just proving people wrong. So I kind of went about it in the most unhealthiest way in my craft. At school,
because notice how I'm not talking about classes and shit, because I would at least get a passing grade. You know, I knew I was going to be fucking a top scholar at the fucking school and shit. Like, nah.
On me, bro.
Nah,
valedictorian was not.
Not me. I know myself. Come on now. I'm not going to do that to myself. But
hell yeah. I feel you.
Yeah, so doing that, I put 110% every day in there, because what the ones that took me under the wing, they showed me that. They showed me like, hey man, I was once in your position and whatnot and this and that, and just a lot of listening, a lot of absorbing. But as I got deeper into it, all that does is invite drama and invite this, and then the relationship I had with her, and then on and off, and yeah, so now we're heading to junior year, the year where I am in these ensemble, where I am in advanced theater, where I can really like, all right, this is it. You didn't want to hop into it fast. You wanted to develop. You wanted to, you know, make sure you're doing it at least the way you want to do it, the right way you want to do it. At least that's what I thought. So junior year comes, man, and challenges, real challenges are thrown at me, man. It's just like, seeing the older people at that time, like I said, and like, wow, they really did that. Like, they put this piece together like that as a team. I want to do that. Being there in junior year, I really got to see what it really took. And bro, theater alone, working on like 5 different pieces at once. Like, you're working for a musical, you're working on this little short script piece, you're also making your own mini projects inside classes, you're also making sure you're doing your own shit at home, making sure you remember these lines, making sure you're doing the proper research on this character and making notes and all of that. It's just like, whoa. As much as I am a creative, as much as I love the challenge, that was so brand new to me. It was very brand new to me. And it was just like, at first it was just like, okay, I'm starting to see what it really takes to put ourselves on the map, because Graham was, at that point, it wasn't even about the sports team. It was all about the arts. I'm sorry, no disrespect to any players that play sports or anything. Y'all played hard out there, but at the same time, the
football team suck ass, though.
the arts was bringing in the funds for the school, and that's, you ask anybody, and if they say otherwise, you're fucking lying. You're on crack. You're sucking. Yeah, you get my point. So fucking yeah, junior year comes around, man, and I'm starting to really be in tune with my work and my craft and taking it serious, but also the relationships I share with other people and making sure those are straight. And then around that time, also again, like, another death in the family. So around that time, I say before heading to junior year, I was dealing with fucking my great grandfather's death. So both my great grandparents are gone. So now it's just my grandparents. And at this time, my brother, he's already experienced the independent life, and I'm not really seeing him as much because he's in college and shit. So we're like 3 years apart. But at the same time, his birthday's in October, my birthday's in November. So we're only 3 years apart for 1 month out of the year. So yeah, back to 2 years old and all that. But I had so much going for myself, and it was going great. In my head, it was going great. But in reality, it wasn't at the same time. The worst was to come for me, because while yes, I performed well, while yes, I got to experience all types of shit that I never thought I experienced in high school. I thought I was just gonna be a nigga that played sports, went to class, maybe fucked around a couple of bitches, had a couple of experience. Nah, my high school experience, I cherish it. It's the same way I cherish my childhood and my upbringing. Those 2 years alone, sophomore year and junior year, prime. But yeah, junior year, it was just, I was peak at fucking ensemble, and fucking, And that at that time, me and Taj, we told ourselves we wanted to do dance. Like I really was gonna try everything. I didn't know how to play an instrument. I wanted to play an instrument back in middle school. Surprisingly, I wanted to play the fucking trumpet.
I got you, bro.
I wanted to play the fucking trumpet in middle school, but I never got to get around to that. But yeah, I wanted to do fucking chorus, ensemble, theater, and then fucking dance. Now Taj, he got to do dance, and that was around the time they had fucked up scheduling in senior year. But we'll get to there later. But yeah, junior year, yeah, all types of great things happened to me as far as doing all these shows and charity work and then volunteering work. And I was working the UNC games, as you would see on Snap sometimes. Like I was very involved. I was very much with like in the school, like going to the football games, attending at least, you know what I'm saying? Like all that. But outside of all that, I was still dealing with loose ends, my God. I was still that friendly nigga. I was still in the mess. I was still in the heap of things somehow. As much as I wanted to change things and not be participating in that type of behavior, I still would, I guess you could say, relapse into that behavior because I wouldn't recognize when it would present itself and when I could just say no to that versus just going into that. Because there was moments where I would just like, damn, I know this ain't right, but it's fucking too late now. And that was horrible of me, and that was horrible of myself. But again, I messed up because all I wanted to do around this time in life was just prove people wrong when I needed to prove myself wrong and I needed to do it for me. So all that work and everything, it was still important to me, but at the same time, I used that energy not in the healthiest way in my craft. Like, it would get to the point to where I would probably fucking lose myself in the music, lose myself on stage, and then it was affecting my relationship with my friends. It was just affecting my mental health, and I didn't even realize it again because I still didn't know how to navigate that. But again, at this time, she was good to me, man. She definitely took care of me, because no one should ever be your rehab or therapist, but she definitely supported me the best she could, because we was at two different points in our lives, but I was still on some other shit, and I had to grow up fucking quick. As much as all this good shit that was going on for me, I still needed to grow up quick, man, and I had long ways to go, especially heading to senior year. Because all sophomore year and junior year, it was like all the arts did for me was, yes, it made me have great experiences, but it masked the outside noise and the reality of shit for me. That's what it did. It just distorted it for me. It was like an scapegoat for me. I couldn't just wait to get in that class. I couldn't just wait to fucking put 110% into there, because all this pent up energy I had, I didn't know what the fuck to do with it. So the next best thing I knew to do with it was work fucking hard in your craft. Be fucking great at that. And yeah, I loved it. I did that, but that was probably not the most healthiest way of doing it. But that's all I knew. It was either do that or fuck around and get caught up in some messages, get caught up in some drama that I had no business being in. So I stayed out the way at that point.
That's good for you.
Early junior year, first semester, that's when I was just like, okay, we need to fucking reflect on why you still feel this way. Why are you still having these moments where you just feel like all of your work is meaningless, or why you feel like everyone is against you? Because that's all I ever felt growing up as a little boy, like screaming. You couldn't really scream out for help. You scream out and help in different ways, you know. And you know how that goes. But no excuses for my decisions and actions and the things I said, because I've had my fair share of, like I said, being on both sides of the rope of my situations. And again, I know all this is not all the details, but to kind of give you paint the picture for you. I don't know, man. I be getting lost my words sometimes.
I think that's the crazy thing is we can like it even like from an outside perspective, it sounds like we are going in such like detail, but in reality, like we're barely scratching the surface.
I'm barely scratching the surface of it all, bro, because there's just so much that happens.
There really is
like
so much to talk about. And like the crazy thing is like it's literally impossible to touch everything.
Yeah, it's impossible to touch everything. It's gonna take multiple sittings and episodes and shit, but
absolutely.
Oh fuck. Yeah, as memorable sophomore and junior year was, it still had its times where it was just like, nigga, like, you need to fucking, you need to work on these loose ends for yourself, man. So once that ended, and when I say ended, it fucking ended. Like, our teachers were leaving, and principals were leaving. Certain things were just being changed, and you saw, like how we said earlier in them emails.
Yeah,
I fucking went off. I let it be known, like, this is bullshit. Like, I was not accepting the change that was coming. And that's what I used to struggle with a lot. I hated the change because I got so used to that routine of being able to not always come home, like always staying after school, always seeing my boys, always, you know what I'm saying? Like, remember all them times me and Alex would fucking, we do them weird fucking things with you every morning where we fucking get the spoon, the peanut butter, man. Hey.
Yo, that peanut butter, I remember that shit too. That's crazy. Bro. I literally still had that saved on my phone.
You still have that?
I still had that video saved on my phone.
I can't find that. I think I guess we'll get back to that. I don't know. But yeah, heading to senior year, man, and still being with Lex on and off, not on and off in the sense of like not dating, but on and off of like breaks and shit and my own personal shit, because the type of person I was, I still wouldn't know who to go to. I still wouldn't know who to talk to about the things. I still would talk about it, but I still would like be like, okay, thanks. I know you care, but it's too vulnerable for me at that time. It was still too vulnerable for me. And I couldn't even get vulnerable with myself. So how could I get vulnerable with someone asking me a simple question?
Someone else.
How are you? Like, how are you can go so far as much as you wanted to, and how much you want to say, and how much, so you know how that goes. But and in the senior year, it was like I just, oh shit, what is this? Like, it just felt so gloomy for me. It was just like, I'm not in control of this. I'm not in control of that. I lost a sense of control, basically. I lost a sense of control. I didn't like the change. And I feel like that's what was happening in a lot of people or a lot of students at the time. But obviously, I just said what I had to say because I was not having it. I really was not fucking having it. But before we head into that, I've always been the creative. I've always been the one to at least make the attempt to try to make amends with my loose ends and fix myself and fix the other things that I can't necessarily fix because I didn't want the help, or when I did get the help, it still wasn't healthy. But that's high school, man, you know? That's really high school. It still is important heading into adulthood, but as much as high school doesn't matter, it still matters. Like, with all of that going on. You get what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
But
hell yeah, bro. I feel like I really wish I had taken high school a lot more seriously, because keep it honest with you, bro, like, I'm grateful for the opportunities the military has brought me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I'm super happy where I'm at right now, and I love where I'm gonna go in the future. However, I feel like if I had taken high school a lot more seriously, though, I wouldn't have been in that position where I said, like, all right, fuck it, because my life has no direction. I'm gonna just go join the military. Like my main goal was to go to UNCG for musical education. Like, had I really taken school a lot more seriously, I'd be with Vicente right now over. And that really was all due to my like childish ass mindset, because I was like fuck school. Like what do I need it for? And while in reality, like, yes, a lot of the shit that we learn in high school, we're never gonna take outside of high school. However,
the experiences,
them girls mean a lot. Like,
yeah,
that GPA says a whole lot.
Yeah, it does.
And I wish I had known that, like, before I was just like, all right, fuck it. Like, I'm going to just use the old reliable, you know, when your life ain't going right. Right.
But yeah, heading to the senior year, bro, it felt so fucking gloomy. And it was one thing on top of another and another. All your favorite heroes was dying. All your favorite childhood heroes died. Then the fucking sea world had came upon us. And then 2 weeks turned into a month. And the month turned to 3 months. And then the month turned to whole school year. And not being able to attend PA, not being able to attend prom, not being able to have those last final, we're letting you off into the world experiences that we thought we were going to have. Like, it was kind of just like, what the fuck is going on for me? Like, I'm losing control. Like, I have no sense of control, but I'm trying to navigate as hard as I can right now because I don't want to fucking lose it. So, yeah, I know I didn't go into great detail as you did, but to kind of sum up all of that heading to senior year, I navigated it to my best. I've digged my own holes, and I've got myself out of those holes, and I dig more holes and got into those holes. But I've learned a lot from that. And what I thought I knew, I didn't know shit, bro. And that's okay. That comes with the experience. And, you know, the growing that I did, one of the best examples that I said before was, I was talking to her just the other day, was having a good conversation about certain things, but I was talking about the growth that me and her had. And the growth that me and her had was, yeah, that rose, it grown, but it had thorns on it. It had so many prickly fucking thorns on that rose, and it wasn't pleasant. So loose ends had to be fucking attended to, and that's when I took things serious. I've always wanted to take it serious, but every time I made the attempt, it was just one thing on another at the time. Even with all that good stuff and all the accomplishments the arts had, but the mental toll it took on me, I didn't realize it. It all hit me at once. Because everything's fine and dandy in the moment, but you don't really realize it, what things you participated in, the things that you've, the habits that you've now inherited. You just fucking, yeah, you know. So, yeah. We've talked about how and I just said it. We've talked about how it was for us. Too late. We talked about how it was for us in the recent episode before. That's of his own. If you want to go see that, I can link that. But hey, I'm getting tired. I know we've been talking.
Check it out.
It's been good talking to you, Josh. I don't want to end it right there, but I do have a couple questions. I have not looked at these notes since we've been talking about.
It's crazy. We literally just.
I know.
We can say that for a later episode.
Yeah, we definitely can. Here's some questions I want to ask you.
Yeah, man.
Give me an unpopular opinion about anime. What's some unpopular opinions in anime, bro? Or in the anime community?
Unpopular opinion
that has to be said. That isn't said much, but you know it's to be true.
Oh, okay, absolutely. Like if you let anime consume your entire life, bro, like you're fucking weird.
Say that
like,
again. Say that
I'm gonna
again.
just go ahead and say it. Like if you let anime rule your entire life, you're fucking weird. Like I love anime, bro. Like I love anime so much. Nigga, I got anime figurines, like
Yeah.
literally just chilling. But like I'm not doing it to the point where I'm not making anime references 24/7. I don't have like fucking anime stickers on my car. My wallpaper is of my fucking dog, not of a goddamn anime person. Like, bro, if you do that shit, you're kind of weird. Like, it kind of trust me, I love seeing somebody get their shit rocked as much as the next guy. Your favorite MC putting some nigga in the dirt, I'm all for it. But the fact that you were like, you got that nigga as your wallpaper, bro? Like, get out of here, bro.
Nah, what really
get
did
out
it
of
for
here,
me,
bro.
What really did it for me, I know you're gonna remember this. I don't know if it was freshman year or middle school, but when niggas was walking around with Attack on Titan gear and jackets, bro.
Yeah, well, I remember that.
Remember that shit?
Nigga, middle school?
And I'm talking head to toe in the whole brown
Head to
soldier
toe.
fit and everything.
Head to toe, bro. Like, you were awkward as hell, bro. Like, stop it. Stop it, bro. That shit is not cool. And I think that's the worst part is they swear up and down they are swaggy, bro. Like, they're like, yo, I am dripped out. Like, no, nigga, you look weird. You know how much of a weird ass you look
And
like,
when I
bro?
say head to toe, I'm talking jacket, shirt, pants, belt, and the boots. The only thing that was missing was the fucking
little swords.
Yeah, the swords and shit. If they really wanted to, they would have done that. I believe it. But they did that for that 1 year.
Oh, 1,000%.
Or high school, whatever. They did that for that 1 year, and I
Bro,
don't know who told them what, but I'm glad they fucking told them because somebody need to tell them, hey, cut that shit out, dog.
Fucking, you know exactly, bro. She would wear that shit every fucking day. You know exactly what I'm talking about, too.
Yeah, hey. No disrespect, but when you go to that level,
I love her, bro.
Yeah, when you go to that level, though, it was groups of niggas, though. It was groups of niggas, though.
It was groups of niggas.
It wasn't just one person.
It was A. I think S did it a few times, bro.
Yeah, S did it a few times. He participated,
bro.
I was just
back in middle school. I used to wear that fucking Naruto headband, bro.
Okay, that alone. If you wore the headband and Ryan Nang and shit, I get that. I let that slide. But when you go to whole cosplay, like there's a time and place for that. But that's why there's TikTok for that now. That's why there's so yeah.
Nah, yeah, they was OD as hell with that. I'll see them in the hallway, bro. I just be looking up like, what the fuck is this, dude?
I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I just thought like, okay. I left it alone though. I didn't disrespect nobody, but if I had to say so now, like I don't know what them niggas was on. I enjoyed casual anime, but I wouldn't go that far as to doing all that at school.
Like I remember the first time I was like, oh shit, that's hella fucking cool. But then as it kept happening, I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Like
it wasn't just
you're just It really clicked in. I was like, oh, you're just like that. Like that's how you are.
Yeah, that's how you are, dog. I thought this was just like a planned one day type of thing. No, it was at least 3 times out of the week.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God.
Yeah. I'm sure they think about it now. They're probably like, oh, fuck. Like, oh, I can't. Yeah, you, my friend. Yeah, you. Okay. I have another note. What makes a good anime? Is it the art style? Is it the action? Is it how relatable it is? Like, what is it? Like, what makes a good fucking anime? Good anime, not great, but a good anime that you could just be like, yeah, bro, you can watch that anime. Yeah.
think a decent anime, like a good anime, something that you can sit back and just watch very casually, is something that has decent writing. You know, it doesn't go like super deep and crazy, because then that's when you start getting into a whole bunch of convoluted shit. It has to have pretty decent fight scenes, right? Like the fight scenes have to be damn near amazing. Like that's how you make a really good anime, is if the fight scenes go fucking hard. And then for the art style, I say the art style has to be pretty decent too, because like if you got some like Seven Deadly Sins season 3 type art style going on, bro, like get that shit out of here, bro.
So
that animation was trash.
Would the perfect example be Demon Slayer? It's not too long, it's not too short, but for it to be that many episodes and not too many fillers.
Oh, Demon Slayer is a great anime. I love Demon Slayer. I read ahead in the manga for Demon Slayer, and it gets a lot better. So once they start up, like they come out with season 2, it's gonna be really good. Definitely watch out for Demon Slayer. That shit is about to be fire.
Okay, I got another one that I had wrote down. As far as when you got into the military, because I know you've always been the one to like to work out. I've seen you, Josh, when you worked out and we'd be at lunch table, you eat that motherfucking green apple and then that arm flexes through that damn jersey. I'm like, damn, Josh.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
now you're really in that motherfucking gym, and what the military has done for you on that. So talk about the diet, talk about the lifestyle changes and that. Like, I want to hear about that.
Whew. All right, man. So back at BMT, bro, it was nothing, like no sugary shit, no like unhealthy shit. I couldn't get no chips. I couldn't get no like the most unhealthy thing we had was fucking peanut butter. Like that was it, bro. Yo, when I tell you niggas was so down bad for peanut butter that they would sneak it from the DFAC, which was like the cafeteria at BMT, up into the dorm.
Sorry about that. I guess the fucking software wants us to end the damn episode, but there definitely will be another session of this, bro, because it is well deserved. And do you want to give any shout outs? And there's anyone that you know that you could probably get on here that you want to see, and someone that would probably enjoy fucking doing this too, or because at one point I wanted to get you and Vicente on this same episode at once, because remember I've had him on an episode before and I was like, damn, I want to get both of them, but you're in a whole different time zone, he's in school, so we'll one day get that figured out. But is there any shout outs you want to give out? Or
Of course. Obviously, gotta shout out my boys. Shout out Vicente, Ryan Beers. Shout out fucking Rajon. That's my boy. Shout out the homie Seth. Shout out the homie Sean. Shout out the homie Jacoby.
Y'all.
Yeah. Damn, who else? Damn. Shout out my moms, of course.
You gotta shout out your moms.
Shout out my moms. Other than that, not really much else. Hey, it's a lit episode. Thank you so much for having me, my boy.
No,
thank you, bro. We gotta come back for the part 2.
Yeah, we got to get that in. But you need to realize that you will forever be immortalized on the sound waves and these frequencies that we're sharing right now. And I salute to you. And this has been an episode with Mir or whatever, because I still need to find a intro and outro, but we'll get that all fucking figured out, bro. I'm so glad you came to me. People need to realize you came to me about wanting to do an episode. I was already gonna do a solo episode, but who better to fucking start it with than fucking Josh himself?
Yes, sir.
So this is the conclusion of this. No interviews, just you and me. Yeah, that's it.
Alrighty, bow.
Let's fucking go, nigga. Woo!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, when I tell you I have to edit this,
oh my god, that editing about to be crazy, bro. Holy shit.
oh my god, bro, how long was this? That's the fucking question. We'll find out. But man, I'm glad you fucking decided, or we finally decided. I decided to fucking get my shit together. I know I didn't get to go into the aftermath of senior year and that whole thing of where I'm at now, but we definitely will touch on that. I definitely will make a note on that. But bro, you should check out the fucking notes I have for the thumbnails and fucking everything, bro. Like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm serious. There's still some things we ain't touched on, and that's fine too. I wanted everything to be natural. I wanted everything to flow, but yeah. I'm glad we fucking did this, bro. Cause
Hell yeah, man. It was lit. Thanks so much, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, I wouldn't know when to expect this to come out because me being me, I like to do all that. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah.
Originally, what I wanted to do was get my phone camera right here set up and all that, and what had happened was my XLR wasn't fucking working to this whole thing, so I had to get that fixed and everything. But I'm glad we made time for